I'm going to get it in a minute, y'all. I think this must be what they call stage fright. I don't know what this is, and I'm so excited about. Um, okay, everybody I know is letting me know I don't have sound, but you should have sound now. One of the things I learned is no matter how you plan, no matter what you do, that it can go wrong in an instant. I don't know if you guys got to see the background, but I wanted you to see this because the person that I'm about to introduce, and I thank him for his patience. Okay. The person that I'm about to introduce, I call him the man, the myth, and the legend. I call him that for a reason. Uncle Suge was one of the guys that allowed me to come on his panel. And when you're new to YouTube, what you do is you want to be seen on people that are bigger than you panels so that other people can see you and perhaps like what you're saying and come to your panel. He was one of about 6 guys that allowed me to do that. And several of them I resonated with personally because they were so personable. And Uncle Suge was one of those. Mr. Skinny was another. We Are One was another. John Crimes, another. True Results, another. And what I mean by that, we actually had communication, and we laughed and we talked. Armando Black was another who allowed me to be on his panel, Kalani Management. And I was so humbled and honored to be able to do that. But Uncle Suge stuck out to me, and I should say stuck out to me the most because of his talent. The way he would do his videos, and we would laugh and have fun in his chats. And that's what it's all about, laughing and having fun in the chats. I'm so sorry that I was so confused and got so off, but I want to just say salute to Octavius Prime Time, DC Block, Boss Cap, Maria S., A. Powers, Cassie V., So I'll Be Loved, Tanya G., Wilma, Flagstaff, What Would I Do Without You? Tracy J. I want to make sure, Monique Hill, Aquamore, Gotti, What Would I Do Without You? I want to say hello to everybody, and I don't want to keep my illustrious guests waiting. I'm about to announce to you one of the great guys in YouTube to me. We call him Uncle Suge. His name, George Booker, and he doesn't mind you knowing that because he's very transparent. And I want to bring on Uncle Suge.
Hey,
Uncle Suge.
Peace and happiness. What's up, Toothless? It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, no, I'm so honored to have you. And I tell you one thing, Uncle Suge, thank you for your patience.
Yeah, take your time. It's good. Do your intro. I'm here with you. We rocking out.
I was sitting up here and I was saying some good shit a minute ago, and I was going.
Hey, I said I was gonna let you tell the chat what just happened. So go on and let them know what just happened.
It was not you, it was me for real. But right before it was time to come on, I was looking over everything, and some button I hit, and it took away my StreamYard. So I didn't know what I was doing, and I couldn't get it back. And then when I finally figured out to get it back, then I went on into my little breaking news and all that good stuff. And the next thing I know, y'all telling me, wait a minute, I done said some hell of a shit, I thought. Nobody can see you. Nobody know what you're doing. What are you saying? I forgot. I thought it just comes on automatic, but I forgot you got to hit the go live. So it's not going to happen. And then when I found that out, I said, oh my God, he's going to really say, damn, what did I get myself into? Because I knew I wanted to do this grand introduction and everything, but I don't want to just keep you in limbo. But I'm so honored that you're here. And I am glad that the people are here long ahead. We know these names, Jaturo, from each other's chats, and King Kush. Those kind of things make you feel good when you see familiar names. And so everybody, I want you to just sit back and relax And I'm just going to ask Uncle Suge some questions that I wanted answers to. I know some of them, but some of them I don't know all, because I know Uncle Suge just from going and watching his videos. And I hear him share, and I see the pictures that he share of his family, and he talks about his history. So I just kind of want to see, as a small YouTuber, what could bigger YouTubers do to help us? And I thought maybe we could try to interview them. And I asked Uncle Suge, and he said yes, with no hesitation, no equivocation. He just said yes, say when, and I'm there. And that melted my heart, because where some people may not think, well, he don't have a million, who gives a fuck? We have who we have. And we have people that love coming to listen to us and see us. And so I would rather have a very few than to have a big million and they don't support me. So we get support from you guys, and we appreciate you all, because you show us that you appreciate us. So with him being a bigger YouTuber, that means a lot for him to humble himself and to come and spend time with me when he could be doing anything else. So I am great. I am truly grateful. Uncle Suge, I want to start with the first question. The first question was, what was your neighborhood like growing up?
Oh, my neighborhood was. I grew up on Wade Park in the inner city of Cleveland, and in the Alhambra apartment complex. But we
Mm,
moved out when I was 2, so I didn't really grow up in that apartment. But that's where my parents moved out of, and we got our first home on 94th Street, and it's right off of Wade Park and in between Wade Park and Superior. So it's right in the inner city of Cleveland, and it was rough. The Alhambra would be considered what some projects is
okay.
around the world. Like, it's one of them big tall buildings with a bunch of apartments in it, and around it was a whole bunch of other types of apartments. So yeah, it was rough. You know, there was a lot of um, you know, you could say gang activity. It was basically by neighborhoods: 79th Posse, the Road Dogs, the East Side Crushers, the DDs. Remember all these little gangs though, and it was real. The Huff Heights boy, HHBs, and yeah, it was rough. So I grew up on Wade Park, so Wade Park got their crew. I had to go to school on 79th, which was tough, and I had to live on Huff temporarily, which was awesome because them was rivals to where I grew up from. But by
Mm.
me playing sports a lot, that kind of got me cool with a lot of people. So I never was in the beefs with nobody. So it definitely was rough though.
You was never in the danger zone, so but you were in the danger
Right.
zone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely.
It's amazing to me the name of the building was the Alhambra, which is what fell when the Moors fell.
Right.
That's where we failed. It's amazing how this system, if we really knew anything about our history, we'll see how they're telling us stuff right in our face and mocking us, by the way, because we failed, and then they're showing us they're putting us in projects. Isn't that
Yes.
something?
And I'm glad you said that because the Alhambra, we always called it the L. We called it the L, but it's really the Alhambra. That's how it's
Mm-hmm.
pronounced. But we call it the Alhammer. That's how we say it, and we
Mm-hmm.
call it the L. But when I started to hear and see all these Alhambras all over the place, and it was like then you learn the history, and it's like wow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
that's really
definitely
something.
yes, it is.
Okay, so how many siblings do you have?
Five. Two are deceased. I have four
Okay.
sisters and an older brother. I'm the baby boy out of six.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baby boy.
Yeah, one brother, and I have four sisters. My siblings came girl, 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 brother, sister, then me. Yeah. And all of them is like a year apart. Like I'm the only child that was planned. My mama was done, but my daddy said he wanted another son. So he wanted me born on his birthday, May 19th. I was born May 21st. Uh,
Mm.
Yeah, so he really tried to plan me. He wanted to name me what he named me after him because he said he wanted another son. My oldest brother is named after my mother's father.
Okay.
So he wanted another son, and he was totally confident in having a son named George Eugene Booker II, and here I am.
Yeah, ain't that beautiful?
Yeah,
That's a beautiful story right there.
thanks,
Okay,
thanks.
let me say, you've had a lot of interesting turns and twists in your life. Name 3 events that you think helped to make you the community person that you are today.
Ah, 3 events that helped. That's a good question. Um, I have. It's crazy because I think I argued this point with somebody before, but now that I think about it, I have to kind of honestly say going to jail was it. You know, but it took so many times. But
Okay.
the last time you know the last time was like the when I really made my mind up though to try to change, and I also was looking at something more serious. You know that I was blessed to get out of that situation, and that definitely changed me. But I think the biggest change is when I found out I was having a daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was 2005, all around the same, 2005. And I can also say the death of my sister. Those might be the most pivotal, but
Okay.
if I don't really like to say jail, but because it wasn't that is where I started to read and made my mind up to correct my language. Because when I came, another thing I did is stop cursing. I didn't curse for 2 years,
Okay.
and then I kind of made my mind up like I don't think it was that serious, as long as I know the intentions behind the words I use. And
Mm-hmm.
if I don't use them too harshly towards others to hurt feelings and all that,
Mm-hmm.
be humorous with the cursing and stuff, it should be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I was really on this path to try to change and correct my behavior and my thinking. And I learned it through books and through it was the death of my sister, my daughter being all that was 2005. 2005 was a hell of a year. And like I think I even I did I put this in my book about how I started to read about natural healing.
You did.
It was some weird chain of events that happened, and I started to read, and it led me to so many books. I could show so many books right now. Like I think I spent more money on books than goddamn anything in that time frame of trying to change and correct my behavior because I knew something wasn't right. It just felt like it wasn't the system, it wasn't the police, it wasn't none of that. Like I had a good family. I'm might be the only fuck up like I am in my family. I had a excellent upbringing, had everything I wanted, and I just chose to do the wrong shit. And I knew I had to change that, and it started with changing my thinking and the way I viewed the world, um, and that corrected my behavior.
That's beautiful because I think that is so very true that people don't really understand. And one good thing I like about it, you didn't speak on it, but I've heard you talk about it before. You didn't have any addictions like drug addiction or alcoholism or gambling or sex addictions or whatever addiction it could be out there. And I think that's one of the things that kind of makes the difference for people that end up in jail because you took responsibility for your thinking and your decisions. Wasn't nothing anybody did. And that's true for most people, I think, that have addiction problems. But with the addiction comes the craziness, and it makes people do things that they wouldn't ordinarily do because they're not thinking. And that kind of happens that way. So I think that's really good. And I hear people say sometimes that jail saved their life, because they could have been on a trajectory that could have taken them out of here. Let me ask you this question. Do you think in the change that the jail made for you, was it the confinement, not being able to be your own man, your own person, or was it the time that you had to reflect and learn? What do you think when, I know you can't speak for other people, but for you, when you say that you think going to jail helped, because I think it does help some people, what was the pivotal thing in the jail system that made you see? Was it the guards being rude, being locked in? What was it that made you say, shit, I ain't never doing this shit no more if I can hip it? You on mute.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, it was all that. It was each and everything you just said. The I think the biggest thing is, of course, not being able to be you, do what you want to do, being told what to do. The time. I only did 6 months 3 times. And with felonies, and I had a couple 6 month sentences for misdemeanors and a shitload of 30 days, 10 days. All that type of craziness. But the time, um, you know, you when you young, you minimize that shit. Like like it was 6 months, nigga. That's a day in the wake up. Da, 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 da. You like people don't even want to be around you because it's like nigga, you on your way right back out the door. Don't nobody want to be friends with you. But
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing too, believe it or not, that bothers you is you do build relationships with people. You do get to know people, and it's like this nigga got 7 years or something. Like my first jail bit was with Life Jennings. So, me and him kicked it hard in there. So
Mm.
to see him
Okay.
when I came home and saw his video, it was just like I literally cried when I saw
Mm.
that man's video. It was one of the most touching moments ever because I remember standing in child line with that nigga saying, man, nigga, you gonna make it, man. Keep that shit up, nigga. You gonna blow up, blah, blah, blah. Like, and he did, like for reals. But meeting people, seeing your friends in there that got 15 years or 10 years, like seeing 18-year-olds come in there with murders,
Mm.
and that's your celly. Like this, like or it could be anybody got a life sentence and you got 6 months. They'll put you in there with this, like what I'm saying is, it be like that. So
It's
it's a
not fair, sounds like.
right. It's a combination of so many things, man. That don't that you be like, man, I can't do this no more, man. But the time and at that age, I laughed it off because it was just 6 months. But inside, I hurt a lot. You know what I'm saying? I shed tears, um, thinking about my family. I called family and friends every day in that bitch. And I had to hook so many people up with phone calls that didn't have phone calls, that couldn't call nobody because they couldn't call collect. So, and I had a couple burnout plugs because, people used to have the little illegal phones in the house. That bitch would be on for damn near a year. You could just run the bill up, then they cut it up. So I was hooking people up with the phone calls. So, and to see, like, to not many people would be like, man, I ain't talked to my dad in years, man. Thank you so much. Like broke down, crying like babies because they ain't talked to like shit like that, man. You'd be like, God damn. Like, man, I don't want to be around these people, man, because you feel for motherfuckers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not a heartless person, like,
Mm-hmm.
man, and I always knew deep down inside, man, I don't belong here, man, with these folks, man. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I never had to sell drugs. I never had to get in the when that crack era came and niggas was out there in the block with peel bottles full of rocks, and we thought that was it. We thought that was the cool thing to do, and that's something I never had to do because my father worked and laid it out for us. So, yeah, I got into that shit like 16, 17 years old. And it was
Mm.
curtains from there. I just was rebellious.
You just want to be your own you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think sometimes we get in our own way on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Looking at your education, it seems that you're well educated. Can you tell us what was the decision that made you go into broadcasting and journalism? How did you get there?
I always liked sports. Always been into athletics, and every morning, like walking to high school, we used to stop and get a newspaper, and we'll throw the whole fucking paper away except for the sports section. Sometimes we'll keep the Metro and read like what was going on around the city or whatever, but we just always read the sports page. That's how we kept. We ain't had ESPN, wasn't no cable TV, and wasn't no sports channel, and none of that. We had to read the paper. You know, we caught very short highlights on local news. Like we couldn't see none of the stuff we saw. So, you know, I was always intrigued by debating sports with my friends. We always argue which player was this and that, you know, and all we had was magazines to read and some newspapers. So I remember when ESPN first started to come out, when cable and the sports channels, it just was interesting to me. You know, it was interesting. I always like to debate and argue sports and be competitive. So I think that kind of what got me into it, because that was my first major when I went to community college with sports journalism. So that was it. I thought that I could predict games good. I thought I could argue which player was better and all that shit. So that's what got me into it.
That's good because you hear men doing that all the time. And I be
Exactly.
wanting them to shut the fuck up. And,
Yes.
you know, they be telling the person what they should have done and how they should have. So
Yes.
that's really interesting that you actually thought of that as a tool to go somewhere further. You know, I wonder, do other journalists, is that how they, you know, did it? Because they were just a natural at doing that kind of stuff.
Right. And then
Uh,
and then we didn't have the media tools that we have today. So I didn't know I would be doing this type of stuff, you know,
mhm.
editing videos and stuff. Like we didn't have that stuff back then. So I definitely was in it. I thought I would be typing and talking.
Okay,
Sports.
okay. Let me take a moment and let's salute one or two people. Cookie, salute. Glad you're here. Johnny Blaze, salute. Real Chase Banks, salute. Refuse to lose, salute. Andre OD, salute. And I'm going to put a little respect on the Cash Apps. I want to say thank you guys for the Cash Apps. I truly appreciate that. Also, I have Uncle Shook's information down there, scrolling at the bottom. I also like to just make another announcement. I made it before. If anybody want to give anything to Suthan Gotti, and we know her situation. She was doxxed. She's self-employed, and she has not been able to get back to her business, and she has taken a great financial hit. Then please feel free. If you send a Cash App, you can send me mine, and if you want to send her a Cash App, put to Gotti so that I can send it to her. For doxing purposes, she didn't want to put her information out, and I understand that. So I just want everybody to know that I truly appreciate you, whatever you do, and whichever way you do it. We're grateful. Uncle Shook's Cash App is also scrolling at the bottom. So I thank you all for your generosity towards me. Uncle Suge, y'all know he's got us on the avatar, so he could have stepped away. And let me just say, oh no, he's still sitting there. I'm surprised. Let me say hello, Coco Box and Afro Goddess. Hello. Okay, Uncle Suge, would you just tell us a little bit? I love when you show your video about your mentor and you know that relationship. I love that story.
Oh, Mike Trivisano. Man,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I had some awesome times with Mike Trivisano. He was a very controversial radio host. A lot of people, you know, said he was racist. or thought he was racist because of some of the stuff he's said, about blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when I got that internship, I remember a couple of my instructors, especially Chad. Chad was awesome to me too in broadcasting school. I remember him like, oh man, I don't know, George, man. I know how you can be, man. I don't know how you and Mike's gonna be. And I'm like, man, I'm just going there to answer phones, because that's what I went there for, to
Okay.
answer phones. And when they call in, I get the person's name and the question they want to ask Mike, and I'll log it into the computer. So I'll put it through, and he's looking at it, so he know the caller that's coming in once I cue him in, and he got a idea of the question they want to ask. So that's what I went there for,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember the first day he said something to me. He called my name, and I was like, yeah, yeah. And the way I responded to him, they started laughing in there, and that was it. It was just like we had a conversation that day, and every day it was, George, what about this? Don't answer the phone. Let somebody else do that. They eventually gave me my own little studio. So I was a big part of that show. Um, I didn't get the racist vibes that people said at all. That man showed me a lot of love, and he actually tried to hire me as an intern as his
Mm.
co-host. On the day he came in that studio on commercial break and asked me how would
Mm.
I like to be his co-host, and I said, Triv, is you serious? And he took his glasses off and said, I'm dead serious.
Mm.
I looked at your background. I see you got a lot of stuff to deal with. I don't know. Clear Channel may not, but I'm going to speak up for you. I fucking love you. And that was it. And it was just like, wow, that just for him trying, because Clear Channel didn't, of course, because of my felonies. It was still within that 7 year um time of my last conviction, because they do 7 and 10 year background checks,
Okay.
when they did the check on me at that time. So, but the thought that he actually tried to hire me as a co-host, as an intern, that's how much we was vibing on air. The show was going crazy. The program director, Ray Davis, shout out to you too, sir. You was great too. I remember him coming to me, asking me, oh man, can you argue like that on a topic that, even if you don't feel that way, can you get that? Can you speak that passionate? Because that let me know they like to script certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That let me know there. But they gave me stock reports. I did commercials with Ganley Auto, Discount Drug Mart. He gave me my own studio. I was on the show every day. He paid me out his pocket too on Friday. Every Friday he gave me some money. You know, when they wouldn't hire me. Um, he invited me to the politicians they was running for the governor here or something. I forgot what it was, but he invited me to his son's restaurant, full of all the policy. Man, I couldn't believe how many people was there. It was great. They all was in regular. I went in a full suit. I was looking like one of the politicians. He was like, George, why you got on a suit? I said, man, you invited me to here with these politicians. What you mean? And they got my t-shirts and jeans. Triv got his glass. He just like normal self. He was right after Rush Limbaugh. And I mean, it was great, man. The opportunities that was there, and we went back and forth. We debated every day, about different topics, and I also was bringing donuts every day. I brought 2 dozen of donuts every day to the internship. So that's another thing that won me favor with everybody in Clear Channel. Because Clear Channel, it's a building with like 6 radio stations in it.
Okay.
So I met so many every get. That's how I got a lot of pictures with people. That's why I don't get starstruck. I was seeing and meeting so many people. Tickets to the Motley Crue, Kiss concerts,
The hottest concerts there were.
yes, Zapp, Rogers, Trotman, them. I forgot who passed it, but I even set up the stages and stuff for that event. Man, that was awesome. So it was so many opportunities presented that Mike Trivisano really made. I honestly think he saw something in me, and he felt bad of my pay. I really do, because of what I was bringing to that show. It was amazing. And that also let me know that, because I didn't think I hate my voice. I
Mm,
don't listen to my own videos. I never watch my own videos.
really?
I never watch my own videos on YouTube. If you notice, none of my edits got me in them. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
edit
true.
myself or nothing. Like I can't make a video of myself. It's so weird. But this that let me know too, like you don't even know the gifts and talents you have that other people see in you.
That's
Because they
true.
chose me. I didn't go there to do none of the stuff I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Every day it was George this, George that. You know, it was like they really made me a part of the show, man. It was great. So Mike, he mean a lot to me. And when he passed away, the day he passed away, I took my son, I picked him up from school, and then I took him to the grocery store and bought some groceries to take home because they had some issues or whatever. So I just bought a bunch of groceries to take to their mom's house. And when this is crazy because was it that day? Yes, it was that day. No, it wasn't. It was the day before. It was the day before I was telling him about Triv because I was listening to him on the radio. Actually, it was 2 days before. I was listening to Triv when I picked my son up from school, and when it went on commercial break, I was like, man, I gotta call his show, son. And I was like, he did a lot for your dad, you know, blah blah. I just gave my son a quick little story about him. You know, I even put Triv in my book. I gave him a nice little shout out in the book. But the 2 days later, when I took my son to the grocery store and dropped him off, when he went in his mom's house, he called me and was like, Dad, Mike Trivisano died. I'm
Mm,
like, what you mean? Like, it's on the news right now. I'm like, is you serious? He's like, Dad, you was just telling me about him. And now it was and this is another reason why I did that stream the other day. Like, you just don't know. I really wanted to call him to let him know I released my book and I put a thank you for him in my book. And I procrastinated for 2 days, and that man passed away. That
mm.
that I think it was a Wednesday, and it was crazy though, because my son, I was just telling him about him, and I didn't have the radio on that day. I took him to the grocery store because I was on one of my little daddy modes because I was mad I had to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking my shit. I ain't had a radio on because I listen to Triv when I get in the car. You know, I'll listen to him talk. You know, I learned so much from him. You know,
Mm.
I mean, so much, man. But it did that hurt because I never I did at the casino. I did walk up to him because he was at the table one day. I walked up to him, shook his hand, he stood up and hugged me, and we talked for a minute. But I never was able to really thank him like I really wanted to. I don't think he
Okay.
realized what he did for me. Like I still get paid from iHeartRadio. I
That's
still get,
beautiful.
yeah, I still get something from iHeartRadio for what he fucking made happen, and that will forever mean something to me, man. That killed every racist argument people said because radio hosts and stuff, they say stuff for shock value. They just say things sometimes. I met that man. He didn't have to do the things he tried to do for me, even when they didn't hire me. He made a way for me to get paid and was paying me out his pocket. You know, introduced me to so many people. So yeah, Mike, man, he was powerful.
I would say that he knew exactly what he was doing for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said earlier. He saw something in you that you didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's written for those who believe in the Bible that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men.
Mm-hmm.
And we live in a system within a system. And I really wish people would do the research and learn what they think is racism. That's just a social construct, it's hegemony. One group dominating another group. They use race to keep us divided. So that just goes to show you that everyone that's European is not against you. But because they were born in that system and they knew you born in this system, then they do what they can because they're not that way. And then, back in the day, they used to kill those people for calling them nigger lovers. So,
Right.
even though they were just human, it's the human connection and the gifts. He saw in you maybe a son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You never know what people see, but we're
Mm-hmm.
so stuck behind the social constructs and we're so busy fighting. what we think it is, not knowing what it really is, till we lose and miss out on a whole lot of shit
Yes.
because we think we have an idea and we don't. You just got to let people be people if they're people,
Right.
you know.
You
And
want?
I go ahead.
Would you want to hear a little bit of? Want to hear something of me and him?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little small clip. This was a good one. This is when I don't know if anybody remember, it was a police chase here, and the police shot two people with 137 rounds fired at them. 137 rounds, 13
Damn.
officers involved in a police chase. They shot at two people, and yeah, me and him had a little exchange about that. So let me play a little bit of that. This was
Okay.
good.
Triv, you think all cops are good cops?
No. You think all people are good people?
What if that was your son in a police chase and he fired at the cops? You wouldn't want an investigation done?
No. If that was my son and he fired a shot at two innocent cops that weren't minding their own business in front of the Justice Center that were fixing, I forget what they were fixing, no. I would be sad that my son is dead, but I surely wouldn't want an investigation.
You wouldn't want him brought to justice.
If he shot at a cop,
you wouldn't want a proper investigation, but rather what he did, he still has to be tried.
if he shot at a cop, George, you're dead.
If he shot at the cop's grandmother, he still deserves his fair trial.
No, trial my ass, there shouldn't be no trial.
There's
He's
no
dead.
trial your ass. That's the law. And when you're a cop, you gotta live by the law.
The law is self-defense. The law is arrest. Okay?
You
when they try to run him over with a car, now they had a deadly weapon again. They die. I'm going home to my family.
You just admitted that all cops aren't good cops. That's why they investigate things like this, to make sure that the right thing was done.
Are all priests good priests? Are all doctors good doctors? George, you're talking in generalities. There's nothing that's all good.
That's my point. That's why they investigate.
But George, there was 13 cops there. What do you think? They picked the 13 no good cops to go after this guy?
That's not
there
what
were
I'm
13
saying.
cops
I
there.
don't know what happened.
They all did the same thing. They fired 137 shots and killed the son of bitches.
We found no gun.
They threw it out, George.
That's reported, allegedly.
They tried to run him over with their car.
Hey, I'm gonna stop. Hey, that was good, but y'all. Hey, the cops end up being dead wrong in that the guy, they didn't have a gun. What they thought was a gunshot was the car making the backfire sound. It was crazy. But yeah, we had a nice long. That was like 15 minutes. We was going at it. We skipped commercial break and everything, boy.
But it's Asiatic people feel the same way he feel. They think that that's justifiable. I wouldn't give a damn if nothing is justifiable. You got to have an investigation because you don't know. They tell the story the way they want to tell the story. They can show you shit. Look how good you edit. They can show you shit that was there that wasn't there. Just, I mean, people really have to. And I was one of those real tunnel vision people. I seen it this way and I don't give a fuck what you said. It was no other way. And I'm damn near like that today, but I had to do some maturing and had to realize that it can't be all that I say it is. It has to be some wiggle room and some reasoning in there. And it has to be reasoning. And that's what they say, that they use reason. But, whose reasoning are we using? That's another question. Okay, let me just say hello to Abby A. Salute. Regina M. Father Son Plays. Former Nancy. Hello. The Secretary of Common Sense. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Uncle Suge, that's, here I go again, hidden shit. That was truly a beautiful story, and I really love hearing that. That really helped me. Angie M, salute. And Mrs. Magi, I saw you somewhere. Salute. I'm glad you all are here. Okay, now we're going to get down to the book. I have the book. I read the beginning of, I started at the end. I don't start at the beginning. I started at the end and I started at the beginning, and I have not read my middle. But I was reading what you were talking about about the spices and how we don't realize how things are in things, and we're thinking that we're eating healthy and we're buying all this shit that says spices to keep from putting salt and sugar, but we don't know that we could be really killing ourselves with salt and sugar. So what I want to know is what inspired you to write the book?
Reading the stuff that I read and the learning the practices allowed by the FDA, Food and Drug
Okay.
Administration. You know, like spices, be that word being allowed to be used in place of the actual man-made whatever it is that's in there. They'll just say spices. You know, they don't tell you the way they allow the use of the word natural, you know, all natural. The way they allow companies to put made with real juice, you know, it could be like a fucking drop of real juice in it and the rest bullshit. Like, yeah, it got some real juice in it, all right. So it's just learning the practices of these corporations and the allowance of the same people that's behind the same, like it's only so many people that control food, drugs, the main necessities,
Mm-hmm.
the media, and all those things. So learn it, and then you sit back and watch. Damn, all these years I never see commercials about herbs, supplements, and natural things. Like I never seen those things, and then it was like wow. Then I got a couple books that was damn, what the fuck. I wish that shit wasn't packed up. But I got two books that was written. They translated from Chinese and they translated into English. But it's just the way they do things over there in Germany, other places, the way they treat diseases and stuff is just not the way Americans do it. Like we have another law that states only a drug can cure, treat, or prevent a disease.
Mm-hmm.
Only a drug. That's insane right there. Like, you know, learning those types of things, and other countries don't feel that way. You know, they use natural remedies if possible. If it ain't to that point, I also absolutely believe it is a place for drugs and surgery, you know, in the most extreme situations. But a lot of things that we find out that develop over time, it was
Mm-hmm.
because we was doing the wrong thing for so long. A lot of people just don't know. We just don't know what's with these practices. We don't understand how they genetically modify organisms, the GMO. That's what it is, genetically modified organisms. We don't understand
Mm-hmm.
that, how they manipulate the growth of plants. You know, people don't understand how they take growing food and they manufacture it in warehouses instead of growing it on farms. So it's like you think about all that farm raised fish. Think about that. They got fish farm. Like, how the hell do you raise a fish?
How do you raise a fish on a farm?
Yeah, it's like, you know, all these things, and it's like it has to be unnatural. So it may not affect everybody the same way. Nothing's going to affect everybody the same way because we are individuals. We are
Mm-hmm.
different. So it was just so many things that was just like, this has to be the reason that a lot of us is getting sick and we don't know it. And we going to these people who not, we walk in the hospital and these motherfuckers say, what's wrong or what are you here for? That, like, I literally hate, that's the weirdest shit ever. You tell me, you the damn medical professional. I
My
don't know what
brother
you
feel the
looking for.
same way.
I don't know what's wrong. I might tell you my stomach hurt or my back hurt, but it could be an organ inside of me that's in that area of a stomach or back. I think my back hurting, but it's a goddamn lung or something. I don't know what it is. It's a
Yes.
whole, you can go to the hospital with nothing wrong and just tell them shit wrong with you, and they're gonna prescribe you some shit.
Medicine.
You're gonna
Medicine.
leave with a prescription. Like, it ain't shit got to be wrong with you. You could just tell them something wrong with you, and they'll give you some shit. You get 2 or 3 prescriptions. So it was just a lot of stuff, man. It was like, oh, you know, something has to be different. Then when I went to a Whole Foods for the first time, it really just blew my mind. I was seeing what I thought was real food now. You know, I started to do test, buying the conventional products that we had and get the organic stuff and see the difference in the taste, texture, how it cook, how a lot of different things. And I do notice the difference. Organic apples, they brown a lot faster than the conventional one. When you cut it, once they cut open, that apple starts to brown a lot faster, the organic ones, and the
Mm-hmm.
biggest Toothless Tiger, the biggest sign to me was when my son, 2006, going into 2007, maybe, when was switching him over to regular milk. And I still wasn't totally sold on all organic. I was just
Mm-hmm.
still learning about this stuff, 2005, 2006, 2007. So, but when we switched him over to regular milk, and he just started screaming in the middle of the floor one day. He was trying to poop. We didn't notice at the time until we took his pamper off. But I remember reading in one of them natural cures books that the 2% milk, that blue cap milk, how it hardens your arteries and it constipates you, and you have to strain to poop. And I could not believe when I saw my son doing that for the first time, and the only difference was we gave him that blue cap milk, and she thinking, oh, we got to get him some Pedialyte, blah blah. I'm like, no, Mo, remember we were just reading this book. And I went and got the natural cures book, and I reread it, said go get organic whole milk. If you can get raw milk, that's best. But if you just get some organic whole milk, don't get the 2%, because the stripping of the fat is what and the processing of it, the homogenizing it, the
Mm-hmm.
pasteurizing and all that stuff, how it strip away so much of the benefits. And everything is pasteurized and homogenized that we drink. Like that's the
Mm-hmm.
law, and that's another law in this country. They got to do that. So it's like some of them practices is kind of crazy. It's for preservation.
It's all crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It goes to show you again about what we think is white supremacy. They're doing this shit to everybody.
Everybody.
It's classism if it's any kind of ism. And what you learn is back when you first discovered organic, it was organic. But now today, organic is damn near just something to say. And
Yeah.
it's just like going to the dollar stores to buy your household items and stuff. And they found out that they had lead in them coming from other countries because they import them and things of that nature. It is so important that we learn who we are as a people so that we can understand that we're really under attack. We are prisoners of war, and we don't see that because we're taught one way. Back to what you were saying, on the farm, animal husbandry, stuff should be grown on the farm. They treat us and taught us as animals, and that's how we think, and that's how we react, and that's how we do everything. And it doesn't mean you have to join nobody, no group, no nothing. It means you have to educate yourself and learn how to live, because a lot of the holistic doctors, people that talk about herbs, things that we knew worked because our parents did it for us and their parents did it for them. Uh, you can't use those things. Why? Because it's not bringing them money. It's all about what we think is money, and ain't a damn thing funny. You got to have a con in this land of milk and honey. I can't ever not say that enough. But that was really good. So, do you believe that out of all the books that you've sold, do you believe that our people are really purchasing the books out of all that you've sold? What do you think your
Mine.
audience has been?
Hold on. Ask me that question again.
Do you think that our people, us, to me, Asiatic people, do you believe that we're buying the books? A lot of people buy books.
Oh, it's kind of in the middle.
Okay.
But I would say yeah. Yeah, I think so. The majority definitely, yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Because I bought it off of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people would buy from the author if they knew how, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when I first heard you had the book, I didn't even see the link because I wasn't too hip on how to see all that stuff. So I just went to Amazon and purchased the book.
Thank you.
And
it's on all the book platforms, and it's even an ebook. I'm gonna do a audio book too, and I was gonna do a like get me a couple. I got a couple people that wanted to do like a live stream reading of the book, and I was going to use that as the audio book. So I'm gonna still consider that.
Okay, well, if you decide to consider just an audio person, my cousin, that's what she does. And she does the end of my video. That's her voice that you hear.
Awesome.
And that's what she does for a living. So
Awesome.
she doesn't volunteer, but she does that for a living, and she's damn good. Let me see. I see some more people came in. For some reason, my little thing, who controls the speed of your chats and stuff? Because mine had just stopped for a while.
You do.
Did
did you freeze it or like which on your StreamYard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
just
froze it or
scroll
not.
back to the bottom of it. You probably stopped it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you
And
can
then I have
stop
a
it if
touch
you want
screen,
to.
so I have to go back up and see who all came in that I didn't know came in. I see we have here. We got Former Nancy. I said her. Abby A. Carlos Franklin. Salute. Caden Bass. Can't read all that. All footage, I believe that's what that is. Salute. Vet. Salute. I guess that's, I ain't gonna even try to say Epiphany. Epiphany. I don't know what the fuck that is. Let me just quit making a fool of myself. Black Texas Cowgirl. Shit. Ain't no need to be lying. Shredded T. I don't need to keep on. I like to really know what I'm saying and shit, so I correct people when they fuck up. So ain't no need of me sitting up here fucking up. I like to at least look like I know what I'm talking about, even when I don't. It looks like Armando came in. I don't see him, but somebody's saying Armando and Christopher. Okay, let me see. How long did it take you to complete the book?
Let me think. Let me hold up. Let me really think on that. I think it took me the complete process because the publishing took a lot longer than it took me to put it together.
Okay, well then when you answer that, go on into tell us about the publishing and how that works.
Okay, yeah, because I did the I finished that book, I would probably say in about 8 months to a year, maybe. From the time I first started typing on that computer to completing it to when I was finally done with it, about 8 months to a year. And I immediately got it edited by a company called First Editing. And after that is when and this was like right before I come onto YouTube. My book was done in 2016, before I was on YouTube, before I met these YouTubers and everything. My brother was still alive when I completed my book. I had to go back and add that part at the end to put my brother in there because he died June 2nd, 2016. So I had to go back and add that. But once I came on YouTube and I saw people doing the PowerPoint presentations and stuff, I wanted to not only release my book, I wanted to try to do the health presentation where I can show products that I think people should change from. Condiments, for example, showing maple syrup versus the Miss Butterworth syrup. I was going to show the stuff that's in the Miss Butterworth that we need to probably avoid and use this. Organic ketchup, mustards, and mayonnaise, all types of condiments and stuff, and show the stuff that we've normally been using forever. That was going to be part of the health presentation. So that kind of delayed me in releasing the book because I tried to do a GoFundMe and raise the money for the presentation and the smoothies that I wanted to give. I wanted to give away free smoothies and do the health presentation along with the book signing. I thought it'd be a good idea to give a showing of not only what was just in the book, not just sell the book, but show what was in it. So that kind of delayed me in releasing it and getting it out because I could have been published the book because I used the company Book Baby to publish the book.
Okay.
So that's what just that delayed me. It took me about 8 months to write it, 8 months probably to a year. And it took me that long. And then I started fucking around on YouTube. So I
Okay.
started doing all these video, all this meeting, all these people. Just a lot of shit started going on. So that kind of delayed the process too. And it was time to get back to business. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, let me finish what I started. Because I've been playing around for so much. Let me complete this so I can play around some more. So yeah. So I published it through Book Baby, which I highly recommend for anybody because they take care of a lot of the needs as far as registering you with all these other companies to sell your book through different avenues like Amazon, Barnes and Noble, um, any book platform, wherever they sell books at, they'll have a way to purchase your book for people who on those websites, and it'll come from the book distributor. You don't even have to handle the inventory, and you can set up a bookstore and you can distribute books yourself too.
Really?
So yes. So
Oh,
Book Baby, I highly recommend. And now they have their own editing services too, so you can do everything through Book Baby. And Book Baby was also a sister company to CD Baby, the company I released my music through in 2011. Yeah, so CD Baby is where I did my music, and Book Baby's what I did, who I use for my book.
so when you say do your music, that means that you actually used to put out music?
Yeah, I put out a CD in 2011 because I did kind of skip over a little bit of my journey because I started recording music as well. When I got out of jail and all that, I bought studio equipment and all that, and I started to make beats and record songs. And all through from 2005 to the time I released that CD to 2011, I was recording a lot of songs, and I started to write little songs in the process too. Started to make my own little songs, so kind
Okay.
of like just doing it for fun,
Mm-hmm.
because like if I didn't have a studio session, I didn't want to make a beat. I just like fuck it, let me start rapping and blah blah blah, just having fun. So, but throughout the process of reading those wealth books, I've read in a couple of them books that one of the keys to wealth is to do something once and get paid for it over and over, get paid for it the rest of your life.
Okay.
So that's why I put the CD out. I was like 31, 32 years old when I put that shit out. So, but I like it. It's 18 songs I released, and it's something I still get paid for to this day too. Like people can go out and buy that to this day. So,
Ain't that something?
yeah, it was just another avenue. That's something else Triv had me doing too. He used to put me on the spot, have me rapping on air, which was kind of fun and cool because I purposely wrote songs without cuss words, without the word nigga, for moments like that. And because
Mm-hmm.
I went into the church too, so I wanted music that I could present to elderly people, to children. So I had to be mindful of everything I was trying to write and put together. So I was prepared whenever he put me on the spot. So yep, I released the CD, and I titled it 100% Organic.
100% organic. Ain't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Let me say hello to some people. I see We Are One TV is here, and I see Miss Chan. Ass is here. Majestic Pharaoh. And I seen Dr. Magi. I seen him a minute ago, and I don't know if I said it because we were talking when I seen him. So salute everybody. I guess it's something I did, and my little old stuff is stopped, but I think we're going pretty good. Okay, somebody asked in the audience, Uncle Suge. Um, let me see. It was what is your favorite? What edit is you that you're most proud of?
Edit.
Uh
Woo.
huh.
And I don't even know how to answer that for real. I for real, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Honestly don't know, man. Some of them, I really don't know. I really can't say.
you know, I don't know if this was an edit. I know it was live because I was watching you guys, but I like the thing you did for your parents. You know,
Yeah,
their
that was a
59th
live stream.
anniversary.
Yeah, that was a live stream.
I was
Yeah.
watching that. So like I said,
Yeah.
I don't know if that was an edit, but I like that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have to really think about that though.
You've done so many edits on so many people too.
Yeah, yeah, so many.
I guess it's according to where you are at the
And
time that you
yes,
did.
and then like if I was to answer the question like from a business standpoint, then it won't have nothing to do with YouTube because I got edits outside of YouTube. You know, like like I showed those law firms edits I done, so I would definitely put those over anything on YouTube. I did edits for about 9 law firms. Yeah, so I would definitely put them over the YouTube stuff. But if we speaking strictly these comedy videos and stuff on YouTube, man, shit, I don't know. I did a couple weddings. Well, no, I did one wedding. I did 2 parties, like 2 events. So, but the stuff I do for other people, you know, from a business standpoint, I would definitely put those over the YouTube stuff. Even though the YouTube videos make people laugh and they love it, you know, it's their entertainment, you know, to like when I did that wedding video and for them, the way them people cried and how beautiful they liked it and that felt good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the ones for me would be the ones that's most rewarding for the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Definitely.
Uncle
Definitely.
Should tell them again the name of your book, Hypothalamously.
Yes, that word is a made up word by me, my
Yeah.
crazy self. Hypothalamously speaking, you know,
Okay.
and I just wanted to be something different, you know. Yeah, I didn't want to do the old typical 30 pound how to lose 30 pounds in 30 days type titles. I just wanted to be different, and I wanted to. The hypothalamus gland is a master gland. It is one of the things that regulates our mood, our sex drive, our metabolism. You know, it's an important gland. So, you know how we say hypothetically speaking. You know, I just put hypothalamously speaking. I just thought to put that together like that. You know, just trying to be cute.
Oh, well, somebody named L Salute L Allie Smiles has a great question for you. What advice would you give me, Toothless Tiger? Wrong question. I'll show you how I do shit. First, get your questions right. I don't even see the damn question no more. Oh, there it is. There it is.
What advice would you give Toothless Tiger as an upcoming YouTube content creator about navigating through these YouTube streets? Just go where you please. You know, YouTube is it's a iffy place, of course, but I focus on the good about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to
Mhm.
get, you know, these people, as long as you're not getting in the shits with people, you really don't. People ain't gonna just come for you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some engagement that'll make somebody do something, even if they cross the line first, and you don't have to respond to that. So like I just avoid all drama and all that, man. But it's a good thing to go around to other channels and that's and you definitely have to do that now because YouTube you used to be able to click on people's channel in the chat room and it'll take you right to their channels. Only moderators and channel holders can do that now. Like everybody used to be able to do that. So it's much harder to grow your channel now. You have to
Okay.
go and make your presence known. You got to go in chat rooms where the topics is similar, wherever like if you talk about something similar to somebody who get 1,000 some views, you go to their channel. When the video over, comment on that video. Hey, this is a great show. I talked about this on my channel too. You know, people gonna read that comment and they're gonna come over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's an excellent way. Go where people's talking about, where you talking, the things you talk about, the topics you like, the channel holders you like, and make yourself known. That's a great way to grow your channel.
That was an excellent answer. I think the best answer that you gave me that I stick by and it works is to if people say things that you don't necessarily approve of about you, just don't respond.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you don't have to find yourself. My brother always asked me, because he said people are out here to make money. If you're not out here just to make money, then what you doing it for? I'm doing it for that's what I'm called to do. And this is the best way I can reach my people. I had in my mind when I came that, we have the news and we know that the news is all rigged. So it's a lot of things we as a people don't know and don't get. This is a beautiful opportunity for us to use our platforms to talk about things that is against us and how we can help each other either individually or collectively. But when I got here and found that, you find out there's a beef and then you find yourself in the dead center of it through no fault of your own, you just on somebody's stage like anybody else's, then you see all the craziness and how it can take you totally away from your purpose. But one thing that my son always tell me, look at how they talk about Umar Johnson and how they talked about Kevin Samuels. But those guys don't stay out, they stay on point. So if you stay on your point and stay in your lane, and as you said, don't respond, just keep going, then the people got to go away, or they're going to just look like damn fools just sitting up saying things about you and nobody really cares.
Exactly.
Nobody cares.
The Tasha K's, Cynthia G's, Paris Milan. It's a lot more people that don't respond. Just totally ignore it. Don't respond. Let people say and do what they gonna do, and just don't. And I get it when people say, do it for the. I get that. Do it for the money. Do it for the money. But I don't totally agree with that. Because the money's gonna come.
It's going to come.
The money's gonna come, and and this is an era where most of the money, a lot of us getting, people choose to give us that they don't
That's
have
right.
to. This is a don't. They are donating.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? And I've seen people turn that shit into like, shut this bitch down, or I'm gonna shut it down if this don't have, like some of that is a little extreme to me. I think the money gonna come. When you look at the most successful people in the most successful places, they don't say they do it for the money. They do it for the pleasure and the enjoyment of the activity. The money is a result of it. You know what I'm saying?
It
Like,
comes.
it's the enjoy. You ask a dentist, why did he do it? They ain't gonna say because of the money. They gonna say they like to help people smile. You ask a doctor, a teacher, they like to help people teach. Learn. Like, people do it for the enjoyment of the activity, not necessarily the money. I think that's a lot of what people say that just ain't really reached a certain level to me. So I get it, doing it for the money, but the money gonna come regardless. If you give somebody enough content that they enjoy, the money gonna come as a result of that. And when you start this shit, if you're doing it for the money, monetize your channel and get the AdSense. That's the result of this. Everything else is somebody's choice to give us.
That's true.
Every donate and whatever somebody chooses, Cash App, PayPal, nobody is required to give us those contributions. Nobody is. That's why I don't care if it's $1 to 105. I don't care. I don't take it lightly. Of course, you're gonna value people who give you more, because you have to put respect on it. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a fool
Exactly
not
right.
to. You'll be a
Exactly
damn
right.
fool not to. Treat somebody who give you 100 the same way as the people who give you 5. Like, come on now.
I have to put a little respect on some that has been given to me. And then I want to Okay, Uncle Sugar, I wanted to answer this question and you can answer it as well. This person said, oh, he's gone from the camera. So that person said, oh, that was your hat, child. To show you what I can see. God damn. Shit. Okay. As this person said, so you have to go from panel to panel and chat to chat, and it's not clout chasing. Let me answer that first. Number one, he didn't mention anything about a panel. That's number one. But I said you go from panel to panel when you start out, and I don't know the word clout chasing. There are a lot of words that are used in the social media world that I don't know. So I call it common sense. If you're coming all around the world to a forum and you only know so many people, and your people are only going to support you for so many days, and after a while, they're not going to want to hear that shit because they done heard you talk your whole life. So if you want to be seen by the masses, you have to go to where the masses are. And the way you do that is people honor you enough and allow you to come on their panel, then you give it your best shot on what you do so that the person can see you, and perhaps one or two people, what you said will help them and they will come to you, not because that person panel you was on, you're stealing their people. It's because they offered something, they allowed you to come offer you, you saw something, and we all support each other. Chat to chat, what he said was you go to the people that have a variety of people, which is what you want. And he didn't say, see, this is what was so integral about Uncle Sugar and what I like about him. He didn't say right in they chat, ooh, my channel, and I talk about that. He said on the comments. That means after the live stream is over, because trust me, we get people chatting in the chats, but we really need you all to not only chat in the chats, we need you to make comments. We need you to do the likes. We need you to do the shares. We need you to do all of that because we're trying to be relevant and we want other people to see our material. And the way that happens, they call it an algorithm. And a lot of people keep naming themselves as the algorithm. That's not how algorithms work. They don't know your name. They don't give a fuck about you. What they know are numbers. And if you have all of it's just like when you take a test and you have to tick off so many things on each subject. The more you have ticked off, if that's what it requires, the better grade you're going to get. So it's not about the word clout chasing, which is a word I don't know and certainly don't like when I found out what people said it was. It's just about getting yourself out there, being seen, and hopefully somebody will hear you, like you, and come back to see you. And like Uncle Shug said about the money part, I was taught if you do something that you love, that you would do for free, the money will come. Now, if you don't have any witty ideas, someone wrote in their dedication, the money will come. That's what it takes. What you put in is what you're going to get out. But some people, just statue would get them the money. You know, if anybody with a title, it doesn't matter what the title is. Anybody with a title, the moment they go up, just because of the title, they're going to get way more than you'll ever get because people don't know you. But if you get an opportunity to be on somebody's platform, you should take advantage of it. And I don't believe in using people. I think we all use each other. Bill Withers said, you can keep on using me until you use me up. Just don't abuse and misuse me. And as long as you don't do that, then we're cool. And that's how it goes. Uncle Shug, you might want to say something to that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. People use that term clout chasing in such a negative way on YouTube, you know, and I don't know who's doing videos that don't want clout, that don't want views. Like, you's a damn fool if you don't want more views.
Yeah.
That's the point of doing the videos, to get people to watch them. And it's very hard for your videos to be found by a bunch of people without you going to associate with those people. You can't just make videos and they're going to just be found. It's just, you know, very rare people grow channels like that. I mean, it's not, clout is not I don't know why they use that such a bad thing. You know, every time when something happened, a mass shooting, and somebody go live about it, based off what they're saying, they are clout chasing.
Mm-hmm.
They clout chasing this news story. They clout chasing this police shooting. Somebody else's tragedy too. Like, it's crazy. We can't make fun of a YouTuber without somebody trying to shame you out of it by saying you're clout chasing somebody's name. But they can talk about a mass shooting, somebody's pain. Man, y'all people crazy, man. It ain't clout chasing, man. That's how you grow your channel.
Yeah, that's so very true. I mean, I don't get it, but I think, and it goes back to everybody has a right to say what they say, and no question is a stupid question. But I believe some questions are stupid, but you ask them anyway. All that shit, that kumbaya shit that sounds good. I don't like just little cute sayings. We got so many fucking sayings. I almost hate to say certain words nowadays because it's a part of the sayings. And then if you say it, oh, you saying somebody else saying, God damn, I've been saying this shit. I'm 63. I've been saying this shit for a long time. But, I'm not into the shaming. And that's what it sounds like when people trying to say you're clout chasing. They're trying to shame you. I swear to you, if I can get on this motherfucker all around the world with no goddamn teeth in my mouth, as much as people love their teeth, and I would have loved mine if I'd have had some beautiful teeth, but I didn't have no goddamn good teeth. So I don't mind losing mine. But I paid for some beautiful ass teeth. And I can put them in my mouth whenever the fuck I get ready. I just choose not to. Because I am the Toothless Tiger. And I am true to who I am. May not be what you like, but I am true to me. And I got on here and I had to tell myself, sure, you can't just talk to Cheryl, because you'll be talking to your goddamn self. You got to really care, and I do care about other people, but it's certain things I'm not willing to compromise or do. I don't give a fuck who you are and what you want. I'm not doing that. So sometimes I might be on this bitch with just me, and that's what that'll be. But I'll be on a video. I won't be on live. I don't do that because I can't just sit up and make up shit. And I'm a good damn storyteller, but I can't just sit up, and make up shit. I don't do that. Okay, Uncle Shug, let me say, how long have you been on YouTube?
5 years. Yep. Basically came on in 2017 is when I started doing some videos.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And your experience has been one of ups and downs,
yes.
Curves.
Yes. Yes. But if would I recommend it? Yes. Have I been extremely pleased with a lot of? Yes, I've met some wonderful people like you, especially you. I love you. I met some great people on here. I don't focus on some of the crazy experiences that I had on here because I played my role in a lot of this, man. Like, even it don't mean that the things that happen with my family deserves to happen, but that's the nature of this shit and what people do, man. Like, people may go there, and if you just don't want to be a part of that, just it don't happen to everybody. If that's the case, nobody be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I know the videos I make, really fucks with people, so they might do some crazy shit back at me, and I've accepted that a long time ago. I'll never forget when the guy put me and his blood brother's criminal record up, and in the same live stream, doxed me in 2017. It was like I'm fresh on YouTube, and this was because I exposed him doing a GoFundMe scam. I pointed out where there was some bullshit involved, and his response was to dox me. And that's when I was like, wow, these people will really go there, man.
Well, it seems like to me, with you saying that, and from what I've seen just on the little time that I've been on YouTube, the doxing comes with the scams. I don't see another reason why people just start doxing people. It's always as if you're uncovering something. And so the person feels so naked and ashamed that they were uncovered, then they got to uncover you. And shit, uncover me. I live a very transparent life. The only problem I have with that kind of outcome is we don't know the crazies, just like the people that decide they're going to go and kill somebody because they love them so much. You know, what kind of shit is that? You don't even know them. Like, you know how the actresses and the presidents and stuff have these people that become obsessed. You don't know if somebody that's obsessed with the person that's bringing you, you know, what they think is humiliation publicly, and it's just your life. Um, you don't know if someone that's following that person will snap. But that is one of the things that we bargain for, really, as we live every day, because that shit could happen when you walk out your front door and you drive next to a car and they don't like the car you in, and then they get mad and start following your ass because you in this car, and they gonna do this and do that. You know, so it really happens. We can't control that, but we can control what we do. That's what we can control. And then I choose to do like you said to us. And you gave that was the best advice I've ever heard. Armando Black was on Cookie's World show today, and it was fantastic. He gave out some, you know, experience and some knowledge that we need to have as up and coming YouTubers. And then we as individuals have to realize what we want to put into our page. That leads me to, what do you hope to achieve with your channel?
I like the fellowship of different people that I've been getting. You know, that's one of the most important things. Like the people I meet, the numbers, man. My numbers been all over the place. I ain't about to sit here and go down this with this channel. I had 800. I've been all over there. I lost so many channels. It's like that. That's okay. I like the people that I've encountered and met. I love fellowship. When I go out of town, almost wherever I be going, somebody on YouTube I met, I could pull up on. We could chop it up and kick it. That's what I like about this, man. I love to constantly meet new people, man, to chop it up with and do these live streams with. And I love making people laugh. I wish I could be a fly on the wall to see some of y'all's reactions watching them edits. I be wanting the emojis be one thing, but if I could just be a fly on the wall and watch the reactions of some of these people when they watch these edits, you know, I love that. I swear. Yeah.
Yeah. Allie said that being a content creator should be fun, and it should be fun, and it is fun. It's what you make it. And what you can't do is let others dictate how you do and get you off your game, because they will do it. I tell you, they would do it. They would do it. It's just like we should be free to go into the different chats. But if you make a comment, and if you have, for whatever reason, the people know of you and don't like you, then they start attacking you. And then, you know, you don't feel comfortable in that chat. So what you learn is just keep your ass out that chat. You know, if you don't, it's just like going somewhere that you're not welcome. Once you see you're not welcome, what the hell you keep going for? Because you can't make nobody welcome you, love you, like you, or whatever the situation may be. Listen to you, hear what you have to say. It doesn't work. You know, to thine own self be true. And if you be true to yourself, Cassie B say she died. But yeah, if you're true to yourself, I promise you, you'll be true to every goddamn body. But if you lie to yourself, then you're not going to be honest with nobody.
Yeah.
If anybody try to make you make sense, it's crazy as hell, in my mind.
Yes. I think that the content creating, it is fun and it will be. Listen, you cannot stop the negative trolls, comments, and stuff from coming. The only thing you can control is you responding to it. And the best thing to do is don't. All you got to do is block people. Whenever they make a bullshit comment, go to them 3 dots, hide user from channel. Hide them from your channel. And guess what? When you block somebody, you don't even see them in nobody chat. You can't see them type nothing. Block the negativity. Don't respond to it. I'm telling you, that's all you got to do, y'all. And look at the people that I always use as an examples. The Kevin Samuels, the Cynthia G's. Watch, they do not respond to negative videos.
I tell you what I found, Uncle Sugar, and you can tell me if what your opinion is on this. I found working solo works for me, as opposed to trying to have, hosts and stuff like that. Uh, for the simple reason, when you come into this world, it's kind of like going to school, and you think you are meeting friends, or you might can relate to this going to the jail. See if you can see any, you know, um, resemblance to this. You think that you're making nice and making friends, and you're helping one another, and then the next damn thing the person's so damn mad at you and ain't fucking with you, and the next thing y'all going through some shit over the internet, and you trying to figure out what the hell happened. So I found for me, it's best, because this is YouTube and it's about you, the individual. I do my own thing, and I try my best to include all people. And I love the way my chat, and I try to keep it like this: laughing, engaging, having fun. I don't want nobody in here fighting back and forth. Do that shit, get each other number and do that. But I really want you to learn and to leave better than you came. That's what I hope for. I don't know if that'll happen. Yeah, you could get mad because sometimes every time I do a live, people go and unsubscribe. Then somebody come and subscribe. So I can't get caught up in that. But what do you think about that as far as the meeting the people and you thinking y'all clicking, and next thing you know, shit, they mad at you, and now they watching your numbers, and they watching, they do the ghost watching, and they do the little innuendos, and then they talk with so much arrogance and hatred. And you be trying to figure out where's all this shit coming from. They throwing it at you, but you just let them have it, because you taught me very well. And I'm not a fighter. And I know that this is not no fighting shit because we own a computer. But these people say fighting and hurting shit to people. And it just helps me to just let them have it and keep going. What do you think?
Yeah, that's definitely based on the individual. It's how you, not you in particular. I'm talking to like individuals, how they respond to a person that might do that to them. How is that gonna make you feel? You know what I'm saying? And if you, because co-hosting and doing shows with people, collaborations is great to me. It's a great idea. It helps both people who, no matter who channel you on, it can be a benefit more than it can hurt. So if you do, be careful with revealing too much personal information to these people until you can fully trust them. Because as humans, we all sometimes need somebody to talk to, and because of certain person's knowledge and wisdom, because the way they speak about certain situations, you might want to talk to that person. You might want to confide in them, the person you collabing with and doing shows, but you don't know if they gonna fuck you over in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So do you really want to reveal this personal stuff to them? So you just gotta be mindful of that too, because we all need people to talk to at times. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to collab with people, even though people be plotting and scheming. They'll record. I always tell people, if you're gonna talk to people on YouTube, record them, because they'll fuck around and say you did some shit or said something on the phone you didn't, and they'll have you out here in the do-low twitch for real. How you out here looking crazy as hell,
Not the twist.
For real. Like, so if people think it ain't cool, but sometimes dealing with these folks, you got to, man. You got to let people know, hey, I'm gonna have to record this, or we can't talk, because I don't know what's going on. And some recordings have saved me, because people will try you. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they will. I've seen that happen. And, and I would do that if I felt the need to do that with an individual. And, see, what I know is instinctively, what is and what's not. Now, it may not never go, or it may go further than you ever thought. But instinctively, you kind of know you better not have not one damn conversation with this person.
Right.
Without being recorded. And you know that by the way of their conversation.
And think this is YouTube. It's real. It's real. Like we always say, this ain't real life. This is still real as you, but This is YouTube. You don't think about recording nobody in your real life, right? Off of this platform, this thought wouldn't even come to your mind. You know, meeting, say, if you met somebody in the grocery store, if you met somebody at the library, if you met somebody at the mall or whatever, if you exchange, when you talk to friends, whatever, you don't think that I need to record this. But in this YouTube shit, man, you got to cover your ass.
Yeah, and I think about that shit in real life because I know some people, not that they so unscrupulous, but I know that just like you said, you can get caught in some shit and they swear they didn't say this or that. I wouldn't do that with every conversation, but you better believe it's some people. I'm going to do that. And what they think, I don't give a damn. And they gonna do the same with me, but they're not gonna say it. So it's okay. So you got to be able to stand on what you say. And all of us say we stand on our square until somebody come and start nudging at you. Then the people that you think that was on their square ain't so flat-footed. they kind of tilt over a little bit. Let me say welcome, Troy Carter. Welcome. And Allison Cooper, welcome. I salute everybody. I hope everybody is hitting the like button. And please comment, share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Uncle Shug, let me see. What are my questions? I had to say, we supposed to have been doing this on Tuesday. That's what I decided to do. Instead of having co-hosts and stuff like that, I would interview people. That was my let's give them something to talk about. And we planned this a couple of weeks ago, and I tried to hit you up last night to let you know, and you sent me a text, and I sent you a text back, and I had just woke up when I came to your show, and you were so happy. Oh, Toothless Tiger, I just made a beautiful announcement. And I'm waiting for you to say, I'm going to be on your show Tuesday. You said tonight, I said, what? What the fuck? But for me, that was really good because I was working on some stuff to bring the people, and maybe today wasn't the day to bring it. Because I know the subjects that I talk about and the things that I want people to learn about us as the people, the people don't want us to know that. And some things, you can't say it all because it's really people that would kill our ass. It's just like the herbs, and the organic. They don't want us to be well and to heal because we are the organic people. And they're living off of our coffers. So when they stole our identity and traded places, do you think they're going to tell us some shit for us to be back who we are? Hell no. They want us to stay just where we are, in the middle of confusion, not using these platforms to bring us together as a people, even if you don't want to talk about no educational shit. Like Mr. Skinner is funny in the motherfucker. I just love laughing at his ass. And he's just a regular ghetto hood brother. And when I say ghetto, I don't say it in the negative connotation in which it is meant. I say it just like I do nigga today in an enduring term. If I'm talking about my nigga, it's enduring.
I get it, trust me. Yes.
Now there are times when I'm talking about the nigga that ain't shit, but most of the time I'm talking just using the vernacular because for lack of a better word, you don't want to always intellectualize a conversation. Nobody would really want to talk to your ass because number one, they be trying to figure out what the fuck did she just say? And hell, half the time I find a lot of people be saying shit they don't know what the fuck they just said. But you just laugh and keep on going with the conversation as long as you're enjoying yourself. And that's what it's about for me, enjoying yourself and teaching somebody something they didn't know. Hopefully it'll spark a flame in them. And you know what I mean. Okay, how often do you work out, Uncle Shook?
Believe it or not, I do something. Okay, y'all, every day. It might not be much, but damn it, I make sure I do something every day. And I just got back into walking and running in my mornings. I try to stay consistent with that. And I did get real lazy the last year, with that knee surgery, but I want to get back, get my body back into good shape. I like playing basketball. I like being active. So I try to do something like almost every day. It ain't much, but like, I need to. But I'm definitely trying to get back into it. Y'all are laughing
Okay,
at me.
let me say common sense just says something. They say you shouldn't get hurt from anyone on YouTube. You haven't had any dealings with them in real life. And there again, they go that real life shit. But I have dealings with people anytime I allow them in my space. That's a dealing for me. See, it may not be a dealing for you, and it might not be a dealing for them. But I have human experiences. And if people can cut off their feelings, I'm shit, salute. But me, I can't do that. I'm a person that I feel for real. And I know behavior. And so I've had relationships with people here that I've never met before, other than in a letter. In a letter. And we had some real serious conversations. And I don't know them no more than I did the letter. But most people are more honest when they're writing. And you do get attached to people. See, it's not about, I think people have love and shit like that all mixed up. It's called an attachment, a bond, a relationship. That happens, and you don't have to know if they're a man or a woman. If you share human experiences, for me, so maybe you shouldn't feel any of that, and you're entitled to your thoughts on that. But that's just my thought. I really do. I see people for who I think they are until they show me different. See, everybody claims they Christian, they love the Lord, but they don't give a fuck about people. And you can tell that by the shit they say and the things they do. But they love the Lord. And then one of the things that's written, it says in order to have friends, you got to show yourself friendly. So if I show myself friendly to you and you show yourself friendly to me, we friends. Now, the reason we wouldn't be friends if you do something to betray my trust, then that goes fuck you and the friendship and what might have, could have, would have been. But as long as you're kind to me and I'm kind to you, shit, I know you just like I know anybody else I know. Because nobody lets you know other than what they want you to know, and you can sleep with them every night. You could be born to them. You don't know every damn thing about your mama, but you love her with all you got. You know, people are just that, people. And relationships are just that, relationships. But we define them however we want to as individuals. That's how I see that. But yeah, it hurt my heart when I saw certain things happen on YouTube. It really did, because I was looking at the relationship and the betrayal of a relationship, or what I believed to be a relationship. Hell, it didn't even have to be no damn relationship. That was just my thoughts. But yeah, I only come from my vein, nobody else's. I hate, Uncle Suge, when you have conversations with people and, as long as y'all laughing and talking, y'all having fun. And then the minute that y'all start disagreeing, they'll tell you, yeah, well, that's your opinion. Hell, it was my opinion when we first started talking.
Hello, yeah.
It was my opinion when we was laughing. Shit. What the fuck? Why we gotta go there?
Right, we just shared it at that time, huh? So what's the problem now?
Exactly. Yeah, it's amazing. I tell you, it's really amazing. Okay, let me see. Former Nancy said they removed the feelings. They removed the feelings when the caller came out.
Yeah, I think too, man, to that,
call ID. Okay.
I feel like you feel as far as that, like feelings for people and stuff. Like, I have my own experiences with people. I give everyone an opportunity, till you give me that reason not to trust you. I ain't gonna never give too much of something where it'll compromise me, like if you screw me over or whatever. Like, so I feel like that too, man. I love people. I love different voices.
Me too.
I just love the individual in a motherfucker. Like, it's just me. I love people. Like, I just be certain things about people, the way they smile, like the way a person laughs. It's just certain things I just love and enjoy. It's just a pleasure in life that I like to see, man. It's like, and then like when you consider all of the loss you've been through in life, man, like it makes you appreciate another person's existence a lot more. I'm not a
Exactly.
hater. Like I don't envy and hate on motherfuckers, man. Like I don't know, man. It's just me, and I seem to get a lot of that type of hate, but that's just not in me. I love people. I genuinely love to meet people. I could see and read a person's comments over and over and get a certain attachment to them, a certain
Mm-hmm.
liking for them. Like when I
Exactly.
don't see certain people, you be like, damn, where's so and so at? I hope this person all
Exactly.
right. Like so, I disagree with that, y'all. When y'all say that in the like in them chats, and it a lot of people that say that it's always a subscriber versus a channel holder, and you know, it's kind of different, you know.
Yeah, I think that's something. Uh, it's ignorant to be too trusting. I don't understand that.
I don't think so. You know,
What's ignorant is not knowing, so I don't understand what that means.
yeah,
Again, we don't know anybody until we know them, and we only know what they show us. But yeah, I just think that that's just good for the person that think that, and I think that's okay to say that. But I think that a person that would say that should say that I would be ignorant, but they can't speak for everybody else. So it's ignorant for everybody because that's not ignorant. It's a choice. And I think that's what we have to learn in life. A lot of things we do, we make decisions, and when they don't work out the way we think they should, we call them mistakes. But no, we made a decision to do that. Just like you choose to do wrong, you could choose to do right. It's your choice. It's up to you. Yeah, we be thinking people good people because we all be laughing and talking. Oh, I like what Riding Dirty said, and that's for real though. Everyone is trustworthy. It's up to us what we trust them with, and that's the truth of the matter.
mm-hmm.
And if you know you, you all right. That's all I can say. Whoever you are in life, if you know you, then you all right. Cause some people know they ain't no good, and they'll tell you, shit. They'll tell you they ain't no good. Okay, let me see. I seen your videos where you work out and with the basketball and stuff. When I wake up or I'm already up and didn't go to sleep, when you hit that, you know what I try not to be, and this is crazy, but I try not to be that damn first person that hit the video.
Me too.
Because I do that a lot with people. And shit, I sometimes wait till somebody to say something because I don't want people to think, God damn, how she doing it just sitting up, waiting up here? You know, but
Right.
you be so happy to see the people you like. So you be trying, I
Yes.
do. I be trying to hit that damn button, then I be thinking, shit, wait a minute. I don't want them to think. And I would never say it to the person, but I be thinking a whole lot of shit in my mind. Like when I see people, and if they don't speak to me, I think they didn't speak back when we do all the salutes and shit. But I'm slow as hell. I can't type. The shit be going fast on some of them. And so I'll be wondering, did I miss them? Did I get them? Because, if somebody think enough for you to say something, you ought to at least say something back. And shit, sometimes, I'll be saying, but damn, they didn't even speak to me today. Shit, they might not have seen that shit. It might have jet past them. So then here you go with, in my mind, this is how I go. But shit, I'm just going to wait till I see them in another one and see how they, if they speak or not. But I think that's a human thing, and we all feel that. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just me. What do you think, Uncle Shook?
Yeah, it could be because I know I miss a lot in the chat. Because when I listen to YouTube, I be doing shit around the house. Like I turn the show on, peace and happiness to everybody. Say hello to the channel holder. Then I might put my phone down. I get to washing this dish or something, you know. So then I might look at the phone, so I can't always speak back. You know, I don't ignore people though for sure. So, but you can feel that way sometimes, you know, and it'd be hard to speak at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
Well, you know what, Uncle Suge? See, the thing is, when you go in, you say salute to the content creator, the mods, and the chat. So you done really spoke to everybody. But when
right.
they start speaking back, that
Yeah.
shit looks so good. You
Yeah,
just feel like, shit, I got to say something
say
back to
something
them.
back to
You
him. Yeah. Yeah, then if you
you
put
know?
a heart at this person, if you just say this person name, oh, he ain't say a heart to me. You gotta do the same shit to everybody though. It'd be crazy, I swear.
Yeah, that shit is, it could really be something. I ain't lying. That shit could really be something.
Yes. Boy,
It's
boy.
amazing.
I done got chewed out for leaving up somebody comment longer than the next person. Man, listen, you put it like you putting your comments up, you leave the wrong one up longer than the next one, boys. Somebody gonna get you about that too, boy.
Yeah, you know, I'm learning, boy. There's so many unspoken rules, and you know, you're trying your best not to break them. You know, you want to, you know, at least seem like you refer to everybody, and you know, not just one or two people. Although you do end up having a closer relationship with some than others, but
Yeah.
you want to show everybody that all and what they say and do means something
Exactly.
to you. You know, even the differences, because I tell you, normally in my everyday life, my people would tell you, I get to hollering and screaming if we disagree. And a lot of people say that's immature, and I would have to agree with them today. I used to wouldn't, but that's how I used to keep myself from getting my ass whooped, because I had 3 fights and lost all 3. So I would use my voice. You know, really, that happened to me. I would use my voice in order to, you know, stop people from fucking with me. And they thought I was really gonna kick their ass. They don't know if they'd have said something in a little stronger tone, I get to hyperventilating and couldn't move. They shit. I couldn't do shit. They didn't have a clue. But that is who I am. And you know, that's just the truth of the matter.
Yes. Oh.
Thank you, common sense. You know, I really take everything personal. You know, I really do, because it's to me. I don't see, one thing I don't do is hold grudges. You know, but I feel shit. I feel all kind of emotions in a split second. I can be angry as hell. I can be happy. I can be sad. I'm all of that. That's a part of who we are as individuals. And with us not knowing each other, we don't know that about individuals. Some people may accept you, some people don't. I'm one of them people that people either love or they hate. I ain't met no goddamn in between people where I'm concerned. I done seen people hate, and everybody, this is at work. At work, you know everybody hate that damn person, but it's their birthday. They get all the best goddamn gifts because everybody hate them trying to outbuy the other person that hate them. And I'm one give to every goddamn body. My birthday come, I don't even get a gift. Oh, today your birthday. Oh, girl, I didn't know that. Damn. I thought you said you didn't like that. Oh, okay. So you just learn to live and adjust. You have to be able to adjust in life. In whatever situation you're in, because you don't know anybody until you know them. And sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. Because they might let you know how they say first impressions. You can't go by first impressions. You might meet somebody at their worst moment in time. You cannot go by that. Mm-hmm.
Facts. That is so
Mm-hmm.
true.
Yes, common sense. Yes, yes, yes. But I tell you, it's a beautiful life, you know, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. So I try to live mine to the best of my ability, and I try to, you know, make people feel good, but you know, control people's feelings. So all I can do is just be the best me for people, and however they take that, then that's up to them. Because you know, we be thinking we doing some real good stuff, and child, they be so damn mad at your ass. You think you happy and saying some funny shit.
Hey, Sister Mandy. Claim this
Hey.
mother lover up.
Sister Nandy.
Hey, Nandy, cool.
Yeah, I love it over there in your chat. We have fun, and that's what I want for my chat is fun. And Uncle Skinny's chat, and I keep calling that man Uncle Mr. Skinny. We have fun in his chat. We have fun. In Amondo's chat, we have fun. And I like to be where, everybody is engaged. If they're talking, having fun. I've seen some where people start arguing. And one thing about Mr. Skinny, he's not going to let that shit fly. He's going to stop you and drop that link and let y'all work it out. And that's a good thing. And, as I learn more, I may drop the link. But right now, I don't know enough. And with the things that they're doing to people on YouTube because of all the craziness that's going on, I don't want to take any of those chances.
There's some test runs now while I'm up here.
You
want to give you some test runs on dropping your link now?
Yeah.
Yeah, while I'm up here. And like when you bring people up, just click them on your solo, just click your solo stream, and you can verify the accounts before you even let them up.
Okay.
Like drop your link and somebody come on up and
okay.
So click that invite and put the link in the chat, and just when you clip it to your clipboard, you can click your chat and just drop it in there.
Okay, that's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, paste it in the chat. And when they join the panel, you see them 3 dots, like over my name right now. Look under at me, them 3 dots, and you click over, you will see account verify, and it should say my name.
Do you have to hit the 3 dots?
You should be able to hover over it, or you might have to click it.
Okay. Oh, I see. So Ivy, so I know that I'm doing it over there, but it's not telling me nothing. So it's got you authentic.
Yep. And the next person that come up, before you add them, hover over them 3 dots or click on them, whatever you have to do, and that should tell you if it's the real person or not. Okay. And you can, if you want, you can ask people to show yourself. I don't like doing that too much. I get it, but I don't too much want to. Some people don't want to be on camera, so I accept that. Somebody in the back.
Farmer Nancy, they're asking. Farmer Nancy, they're asking that you come up. Farmer Nancy, do you want to come up?
Hey, Nancy, come on.
Hey, Miss.
Hello.
So I'll be back.
How are both of you?
Everybody.
Hey.
I love your channel. And Shug, what's up with the shoe drive? I'm there. Don't worry, I see. How's the shoe drive going?
I need some more videos. I need y'all to send them. I got, I think, 4 videos so far. I need them videos sent.
That's actually why I came up here really quick, because Moonlight was in the chat asking just if you can give like a breakdown or overview of the specific of the shoe drive.
Thank you, so Abby.
You're welcome.
Yes, absolutely. I just want somebody to buy somebody a pair of shoes in your local city where you at. It could be a family member, a friend. You can go to the mall. You could purchase a pair of shoes for somebody who in line, just buy some shoes. If you can, record it. Make sure your phone is this way, not this way. Turn it sideways. And ask them to shout out Uncle Shug Shoe Drive and just send me the video.
I think the way that you're presenting it is definitely dope and different. You know what I mean? Versus people trying to send you money and people worrying about if you're doing the right thing with the money. And I think that was a great way to push that. So I'm definitely going to do what I can do when I get back to my neighborhood.
And and then we could do our budget. It could be a $10 pair of shoes, $100 pair of shoes. We ain't got to go out and buy Jordans for everybody. You can buy a nice girl some flip-flops or something, or some slides, $30
pair help, when somebody needs something. That's right. Yes. All right. Well, again, Toothless Tiger, you continue the good work. I definitely love your platform, and I see you growing, and great plans is in store for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
God bless.
Okay. Hello, Cookie.
Hi, Toothless. Grand Rising, Uncle Shug. What you laughing for?
I gotta ask Uncle Shug a question, Cookie.
Okay.
Regina M just told me, Uncle Shook, to tell me to create a banner before invited people to your panel. And Uncle Shook can explain what that is and why.
Oh yeah, that's like putting up a banner, a picture basically to cover up the entire screen. Like when you bring Cookie up before before they can try to flash something on the screen, the banner will be up covering up the screen. Basically, it'd be the picture. That's what the banner. That's what a banner is.
Okay.
Picture.
Okay, because I have your picture as the background with you in the bed at the Tiger's Den.
Yeah, but you gotta you would have to. I don't never add the banner. It's over there somewhere in the settings of the StreamYards.
See, if you see that, can you see the bed, the Tiger?
No, we can't see it because it's behind us right now.
Okay.
I can see it. Hey, y'all.
Hey, that's Nancy.
Yes.
Yeah,
hey, baby, what's up?
Hey, Toothless Tiger. Hey.
Hey, former Nancy.
Hi, Grand Rising, former Nancy.
Hey, salute to everybody in the chat. What's going on, y'all?
We're happy to have you, Cookie. So, what are you going to share with us before former Nancy start talking?
Yeah, no, I was just coming up here because y'all giving advice. You know I like advice, right? Uncle Suge, I don't know if you remember me on your panel. I know he's like, who the hell is this girl? But the question I want to ask is, if somebody writes something in the chat, right? Say if you got people and you conversating with people in the chat, and the hosts don't agree with you're saying, would you skip over that question?
No.
And totally ignore that person?
No, absolutely not. And especially as long as it's nothing like controversial to stir up something. If it's just a opposing opinion on the topic, no, I wouldn't. I would actually engage it for that person to be heard and encourage them to come up to speak. You know,
Okay.
as long as it's not compromising or starting no drama, you know, or nothing like that, man. I don't think nothing would be wrong with it.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to ask that, you know, because sometimes, like when you in the chat and you have like your opinion or disagreement, they will not talk to you personally, but they will skip over you and talk to the person where they agree with, you know?
Yes.
So they singling you out.
Yes, especially if your comment, if your objectivity has logic to it. You know,
right.
I gave myself that name antagonizer when I first started YouTubing, because that's what I noticed antagonized a lot of channel holders. Logical, objective comments. I wasn't disrespectful. I wasn't fucking with people on purpose. I just knew when I heard some bullshit, I can, you know, it don't make no sense, you know, and I would be logical and I would object and put my comment in there, and they would gloss right over it. You get blocked, timed out. It's just all type of negative stuff that some people would read it and engage me, but you know, I noticed that antagonized people who got some type of motive.
Right,
you know
right.
They got a motive.
Because I just feel like if somebody's doing that, me personally, because you know, I'm starting my live streaming too. Toothless now. You know, I do a lot of uploads. But it's like when you go to other people's chats and you have an opinion, and if they do not agree with you, it will not even been said. Like, am I not here? You understand what I'm saying? But that's what I want to know. You know, that's all. I just want to know that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's something good to know.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen. And I'm sitting there like, why are they not show? They show every other comment, but not mine. I'm like, huh? And it's nothing bad. It's just my opinion. So why can't that be, you know, like, okay, I don't agree with her opinion, but let's see what she has to say about it. You know?
Well, you know, I'm sorry, Uncle Shook. You know what I found? Most people that when they claim that we can agree to disagree, no, they just want to disagree. When I disagree, I do my best to just leave that alone, because I'm not going to ever agree to disagree. So we just don't change the damn subject.
Right.
Come together.
But that was kind of, you know, weird. But thank you. I appreciate that. And Uncle Suge, I'm gonna be showing my video for my shoe drive. I do that on the constant, not really just the shoes, but I help people on a constant. And I think that was a great idea. I really do.
Right.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and
You'll be getting my videos.
yeah, hopefully, if we got a specific email that I want to use, so hopefully they put it in the chat. But if not, any one of my emails will work. But I do got an email that I'm gonna use specifically for that, so it don't get lost in my other email because so much stuff come through there.
Right. So you keep
you.
doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Thank you,
Farmer Nancy. Grand Rising, Toothless Tiger. You know,
Thank you.
Who loves you, Toothless? Who loves you? Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. I see it in everybody in the chat. Grand Rising. Oh, look at. Wait a minute. Do I have to cam now? Everybody cammed up. God.
Yeah, you may as well look like you.
Wait. How you cam up? Hold on.
Mama Nancy got that beautiful ass skin.
Wait, I'm trying to find the right
my
there.
sister tell me that all the time, and I just be saying, "Damn, she just saying that." But no, when I see it in other people, I know that she not just saying that because your skin is absolutely.
Look, Farmer Nancy, you got me camming up and stuff.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, y'all looking beautiful. Shit,
That's what
Thank
I'm
you.
talking about.
Yeah,
That Asiatic girl
Thank
magic.
you.
Right, Asiatic girl magic, right?
So, no.
I mean, she did that quick, like, oh, she can't. I'm camming, But you're a beautiful person. There's some beautiful people here, and like I said, I know everybody want to hear from you. I'm going to drop down, but Grand Rising to the chat, Uncle Suge, Toothless.
Yes,
listen, Nancy, Farmer Nancy, I appreciate all of y'all. I'm going to be listening.
We appreciate you too. I wish you would have said a little bit about the tarot, but we'll do that at your interview.
Yeah, we'll do that because this is Uncle Suge's night.
It is his night. He is the man.
It's his night.
You can have my Tuesday slot. You can have my Tuesday slot.
Yeah, now you know fucked up a Tuesday. You're gonna have to come back Tuesday and say some shit.
Yeah, he gonna come. You gotta come in, Uncle Sue. You supposed to have been there Tuesday. You gotta come back Tuesday to say something. Drop a link. Drop your shoe tie.
I mean, really, because with the knowledge that Uncle Suge has and Former Nancy, we've got to do that and plug.
Yes.
And we've been trying to reach each other for a long time. So I just want you to remember that, Former Nancy. You know that.
Yeah.
We just haven't got together. But what you doing, girl, now is blowing my mind. And I'm just loving every minute of it. I did a lot of research for you. I'm going to be sending you a lot of emails. Okay. So it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading that we can get together and talk about it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see y'all. We've been wanting to talk to each other so much. We can't help ourselves. We just talking at the same time. We just want to talk to each other. But no, I definitely want to. And just so you know, I'm not certified organic, okay? But I do use organic practices because I ain't got the money to USDA certified organic. They be they'll run your little farm into the ground, trying to go through their organic processes just so you can be on the shelf as organic. I think that's just one of those buzzwords, but you just grow your own food. I think that when you think about it, nobody was going to college and growing organic, 400 years ago when, farm labor was free, So now there's this thing where we have to be certified organic or certified farmers. I don't know what that kind of stuff is, but it's definitely a conversation to be had, and I can't wait to have it with y'all. I just came up here for we were doing the testing 1, 2, 3.
I want to ask you a question, Farmer Nancy. Is it just me? Is it just me that in the grocery stores when they put in organic, is it they just saying that just and raise the prices? Yes. So
okay. Yeah. I mean, it's the words. These are these movements. You have the organic movement. You have like all of a sudden everybody was doing kale and everything was so fresh and stuff like that. And so it costs more money. Like for me, if I'm certified organic and I go through the processes at the USDA and I pay the thousands of dollars that it take and people come to my farm and do all of that stuff, then I can charge you $18 a pound, and on the packaging I can say certified organic. But if you're not
Right.
certified organic through their processes, just say you grow using organic practices. I don't have to. There's no difference. I don't use pesticides. I don't use herbicides, HM, all of that stuff. We just grow it. I can walk around my farm and pick the pests off, and if that side of the farm get ate up, then that I fed nature. Everything else made it. We feeding us. So it's I think the food system has been so monetized, and we put so much stress on the small farmer, the farmer that you don't know about, the small black farmers. And so that's why we don't see any black farmers anymore, is because they've done so much to oppress that part of our communities, our food system. We don't go around talking about food system. Black people don't know what a food desert is. They be like, food deserts, food poor, food justice. That's the furthest thing from our mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep. It's deep. We have to dedicate a whole nother time.
Yeah, when you start getting into stuff, it'll be a whole nother line. Maybe she could fill in your Tuesday slot.
It would
that
be
Uncle
lovely
Snoop
if
was
you
supposed
could.
to be there.
It would be beautiful if you could find the time. It's normally an hour. From 7 to 8 for me, Nancy.
Yeah, the kids, it's the summertime for me, so the kids are home. So
they can run around.
Look, I'm sitting here trying to put you on the show, Farmer Nancy. Toothless, you see how I'm trying to tell. Maybe she could do it. But that's good stuff that people need to know. We appreciate you, baby.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, I'm going to drop down. Thank you so much, Toothless Tiger. Uncle Suge, keep doing your thing. Farmer Nancy, please keep doing your thing. In the chat, Grand Rising to everybody. I'm out.
One thing I would like to say, as far as Farmer Nancy doing her thing, we have to support her. If we have to just send her $1 a month, $1, if everybody really would, and I know I've heard this somewhere else, but I'm talking about a real farmer. Yeah, it's very important that we do a show on Farmer Nancy. She made history, y'all. She ain't just talking. And she didn't say she made history. She's written in the Texas archives and in the books and in the paperwork. And there's a big story about her. You can Google her and read the story. 180 years they hadn't had farms in that area. And she's the only one. And she's a young Asiatic woman that goes out and fights like hell. She's been, check out her videos now. She's fighting like hell. A system that we all say we want to help. We all say we want to do right by people. But when it comes to doing the right, we are telling a goddamn lie. We don't want to do shit. But make that shit sound good in a conversation.
They make it sound good, right?
Make it sound good in a conversation. So one thing about her, they're not begging people to come and plow the goddamn me land. Hell, if you could just give them $1 to help keep that water going, because we're priced out of shit. It's a system. And until we learn and quit talking about we can do whatever we want to do and we can be whoever we want to be, they have laws inside of laws to keep us from advancing. Us, the Asiatic nation, not just us people, us organic people to this land. So until we start learning who we are and what we're up against, we're under occupation. And until we learn what that means, we're not going to grow as a people.
At all.
We're dying. So we need to leave our children some knowledge. And Farmer Nancy is really forming, and she can't even get people to donate. That's a goddamn.
Do she have a page? Well, excuse me, I'm sorry, Toothless. Do you have like a Cash App or a page to where people can go and do that?
Yeah, I do. Toothless can definitely let y'all know that. I don't like going.
Okay.
I think I did this on Sugar Channel one time. He had asked me, and I was like, I don't like going on people's channels.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yes, I will be asking.
But I definitely do, and I appreciate that. Like I appreciate everything you just said about me, Toothless, because it's hard for me to take compliments. Take compliments because I'm just doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing when it comes to food. Like
I get that.
It's not the food, it's the agricultural genealogy, right? It's where my family came from. My family were originally brought here to Texas to grow food. They wasn't gonna be able to live. Like it's recorded in documents. Stephen F. Austin is like, without our slaves to pick cotton and grow foodstuffs, we wouldn't have made it in the rough lands of Mexico to become Texas. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't even supposed to be here. So black people who are from here, in my mind, are prisoners of war, because the whole Mexican-American War began over that. Exactly, you know. So for me, it's deeper than that, and it was hard. It baffled me when I got into agriculture and farming that there were nobody looked like me. Like, how do y'all go so long with black people growing your food, growing everything? When we think about farming and agriculture, we immediately think slavery and picking cotton. But how was they eating? They was picking eggplants, tomatoes. All of this stuff was being grown and picked by us. We was sneaking and hiding pieces of collard greens and the scraps. That's how we learned to eat chitlins. When they was harvesting the livestock, they was harvesting the pigs, the goats, making them food. So for us to just not recognize we no longer exist as a part of the food system, oh no, I'm dead. I've been dead. I'm hiding everything. It's up and stuck. Everybody got to feel where I'm coming from. And it can be hard to get that done because it's an agricultural conversation, and it can become a trend. You know what I'm saying? Organic and eating healthy and stuff. It becomes trendy, and we lose the foundation of it. But I mean, in all honesty, I just appreciate people being able to recognize it, you know, and that's what drew me to Toothless, is that she has a lot of historical knowledge that's really rooted in who we are as a people. And once I learned about who I was and who my children are, who my grandparents were, and what we really stand for, it would be wrong for me to not scream from the rooftops and jump off cliffs sometimes. I'll be having my parachute, because I'll be like, ooh, I ain't going to hit the ground, but I'm outside with it. So.
Right. Being strong with it. That's what you're doing, being strong with it. That's good. That's what's up.
Yeah, you dope for it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's great. That is just awesome to hear. Like, for real. For real. Like, just keep on.
Can I ask one more question?
Trayvon wanted a question for Farmer Nancy. Okay. I dropped the link, but Trayvon wanted to hit the link.
Oh, okay.
But can I ask you a question, Farmer Nancy, right quick? Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know you got to. So can you let people know fruits, right? Supposed to have seeds in it. Am I correct?
Yes. I mean, how did it get there?
How did it grow?
That's okay. And this is what I'm saying, due to the fact, people, y'all go to the grocery store and you buying fruit that don't have no damn seeds in it. Pay attention.
It's seedless, those seeds. Okay, listen, let me tell y'all, this is like a little example. Me and Cookie, we go to the grocery store, and she like, girl, I want these seedless watermelons. And she get her a seedless watermelon. I'm like, girl, I ain't finna eat that, so I get me a watermelon with seeds. Now, we go out here, and all of a sudden, we get stranded, stuck. And you know, this is a fairy tale, but now we don't got nothing to eat. We done ate the watermelons. All we got is my seeds, because her watermelon ain't have no seeds. So I can grow me some watermelons and share, or I can let her die. But why would you get that seedless watermelon? You don't know what the hell could happen. You know?
Right. Right. Don't let me die, Nancy. Please.
But no, you know,
that is the best way I've ever heard that story.
Yeah, because they have a seed bank. They somewhere they got a seed bank. Why can't I got a seed bank? You know what I'm saying? It got to the point to where I was growing stuff and just started collecting the seeds. It's like why buy my seeds when now that I grow it? Some things I grow specifically only to collect the seeds, like my herbs and my spices,
That's
my
what's up.
basils, my sages.
That's
Uncle
what's up,
Sugar, did you
though.
hear that? The spice.
Oh, yes.
But no, I can make you a mean spice mix. We grow some sage, some onions, parsley, thyme, dry them out, dehydrate them, put them in a little jar, shake that thing up, shake it,
Shake
get
it
you
up,
some
right?
peppercorn seeds, shake it up, shake
I
that
want to
thing
come
and
to
drop it
Austin
right.
and get mine. That sounds beautiful.
It
Yep.
does. All right. Well, I'm going. Thank y'all. Thank you very
All right.
much.
Good.
Okay, Jay.
Peace.
But I want okay. So Uncle Suge, I want to ask you something. Sorry, y'all. It's hot in Texas. It's so hot, and my home is like it's an old farmhouse. It's made of like wood, and so it's just always hot. I'm
I'm
always
burning up too. I don't know why I'm sitting here with this damn hat on my head. I'm hot. You sitting here with it. I don't got.
Let me shout out right quick, Uncle Nancy.
okay.
Uncle Nancy, goddamn, this is going too good. I said Uncle Nancy. Woo, shit. Oh, my life. I want to just say salute, Trayvon. I want to say salute. And Uncle Sugar over there laughing his ass off. Who?
Yes.
T.Y. Ray, salute. And Nafai Rahman. I hope I said that right. Salute, salute. I just want to make sure I cover everybody. I don't want to leave nobody out. Bumper with them hands. I want to just make sure that everybody know my riding dirty. Deborah Chisholm, Styles T, Styles with Teaser. And I don't know, you might pronounce that different, but I'm doing my best. Okay, I got everybody covered. I'm just going to, here is Illegal to Society. Illegally to Society and Laura Lala. So I'm going to just put my face off a minute. Nancy, you go ahead and ask the question.
Okay. Uncle Suge, I am trying to stream my game. Okay, before I went on a little hiatus from streaming my video games on my PC as I play like Sims 4 and Stardew Valley, and it was running so slow. So I got me a new laptop. It got way more. It's a gaming laptop specifically because that's what I wanted for to be able to stream live and game. But how do I stream it from my Xbox to my laptop without the glitching? Do I need to change my settings in my stream yard or my Streamlabs OBS or like yeah, I gotta change.
I was just about to ask you what you streaming through.
FPS.
You using OBS?
I'm using Streamlabs OBS.
Oh, Streamlab OBS. Yeah, you got. Yeah. Well, I thought that was. I'm not sure if it do it manual or not. I mean, automatic or not. You might have to adjust the settings because I know that what you got to do with OBS.
Okay.
You got to adjust the settings,
like,
the bit rate or the Damn, I'll have to look at it.
Cause I was like, I had got like a gaming capture card, like a game capture card.
Yeah.
I got it's the Elgato game capture, and then I think I got a graphics card too or something. I don't know, but I was like, I gotta get this working because I want to stream. I like to play my Stardew Valley game, and I want to stream it. Not only that, I like to do gaming content. I game for seed, just so y'all know, straight like that. I be gaming so I can raise money to have more seeds. Can't never have enough seeds.
Yeah, you probably gotta change the encoder because I'm on OBS now.
Okay.
Maybe the encoder when you're streaming, the rate control, the bit rate, and also maybe the CPU usage. And I think you can do a matter of fact, Nancy.
Like that test?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Run a test too and match with your internet speed test. Run that test too and match it up. Find out what your bit rates need to be based off the speed you're using. And also, are you using an Ethernet cord or a Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi. I should use the Ethernet.
Hell yeah. If you can plug up the Ethernet, hell yeah. You might not have to do nothing but plug that up.
Okay.
That might be the only thing you
I'm
need to do.
and give it a test run, and if it's that, then I'm gonna work on the settings part. I appreciate that. Thank you. I've been trying to figure it out.
That's probably all you're gonna have to do is plug that Ethernet up, because the connection with the cord always stronger than Wi-Fi.
Okay. All right then. I might be able to stream some Madden tonight.
You don't want to get whooped. Don't make me get a game and come whooping on you now. Oh, you be streaming, huh? You be gaming.
I be gaming.
You got a different channel or on your same channel?
On my same channel. We're probably gonna put it on my family channel. We have a channel that the kids do like Friday night funkin' on and stuff like that. So we probably gonna start doing more gaming streams over there. But I'm gonna stream the games that I like to play on mine too. My Sims 4. I'm gonna build these YouTube streams. I'm sure you're gonna have a house on my Sims game.
Okay, I can't wait. I want to see that too. Yes.
I'm gonna move Toothless in next door to you.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna be the noisy. Make me the noisy junkie lady. Third in the piece.
That's gonna be good for me, Nancy. My sister would love that because she prepares my meals for me and stuff. So we sure will come.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so Toothless. Now you know I gotta come to Dallas.
Yes, please do.
It'll take me an hour and 30 minutes to get there.
Please do. My son went to Waco tonight. He went to the wrestle match. He's a wrestling fan, so they had some WWE in Waco.
Y'all an hour and 30 minutes away from each other? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Now I used to think it was 3 hours, but I guess with the 75 miles an hour and maybe you drive a little faster, it's an hour and a half away.
I'm taking the I-30 toll now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I learned to take that too.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I don't take. Is that the I-30 when you get down there and get on the toll? That's I-30 toll.
I think it. Yeah, I believe it's the I-30.
Okay, because we get on it somewhere like Waco.
Yeah.
A little pet right when you get into Austin a little bit before you get to Austin. You can get on it like if we want to go to San Antonio.
It off to the 45 and the I-30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Salute, Cold Woke. I appreciate that. Yeah, I tell you, it's really something to have the man who know all about cooking. Because Uncle Suge, you cook very healthy, and you show us your food, even though it be some killer food. You cook it very healthy. And when you fried those wings one night, I was so damn mad at you.
What?
Okay, because you was eating them damn wings and I didn't have
I'm greedy though. I eat a lot, man.
I have an air fryer, and my sister never had. She has never used it. And you be doing all kind of shit at kitchen. You had them wings; they look so damn good. I was so damn mad, but I just said, "Shit, I'll just get some one day." Uncle Shugs, someone want to know to explain your foot. See, they can see the picture. I don't know if they can tell that you laying in the bed with your foot up.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what I be thinking sometimes. I thought that was a good idea. That's why I got my camera right here. Look, I was like, let me make me a Tiger's Den picture, right? So I pulled my camera out, popped the screen up, put my selfie mode on, laid on the bed, and took the picture. I wasn't thinking.
They saying I think they were saying take I-35 to get there. Listen, let me explain something to y'all.
I take I-35.
Yeah, from Austin to Dallas, I gotta go through what's called Williamson County. I don't mess around in Round Rock and Georgetown and Wilco.
Yep.
I will politely go the back way. I have no problem with that. Ain't nobody got time to play. They say you come to Texas, you go to Wilco. You don't go back. No.
Yeah, we do have some places still that are really sundown towns. We have some places that really don't let the sun catch you in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, we really have that.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Williamson County used to be on that police show. They actually got pulled. The producers and all that big issue with Wilco, they police department got pulled from the show because they was doing a lot of stuff on that show. So, but
what?
Y'all. Okay, y'all. So one of the other things that I do at my house, my home is a safe space. I have a lot of people. People always come over. They might be going through something and they like to vent. So I got company right now. So I'm gonna have to go because we gotta go fix. But not, we just allow people to let it out. They come. You come behind the gun line and everything is safe. We done had couples talk it out until for 13 hours they didn't talk. They fell asleep, woke up, and talked some more. And I just believe that growing up in farming communities the way it was back then, we couldn't leave the farm. They was trying to hang and kill us. So we legit had to handle each other like that. So that's just how I go. My husband's calling me, y'all. I gotta go. But I'll catch y'all again in the chat.
Peace, dear. Have a great one. Thank you.
Later.
Now, Regina M says she thought that was my foot. That's funny. Oh, shit. Oh, that's funny. Driveway hustle. Salute.
Man. I just sometimes, y'all, I don't know what I be thinking about. I just wanted to make an edit of myself. I don't know.
Kirk says Sugarfoot. That's funny. What was funny to me when I seen it, I said, "Now he supposed to be on the couch in the Tigers did shit. He done went to the bed. I could hear the damn videos tomorrow." Salute, Sean. Too cool. It's gonna be on the couch with Toothless. He in the damn bed. They already call you a video vixen, a YouTube hoe. I said, I can just hear this shit tomorrow. Whoa.
Oh my God.
I can just hear it. Ain't no need of me lying. I can hear it. I'm already prepared and I'm already laughing. So I don't give a damn. But that shit was funny. Get your hands out of my pocket. Salute. Welcome.
Oh man, what's up, y'all in the chat, man? Peace and happiness, everybody. Oh my God, I ain't laughed this hard in a minute.
A question, Uncle Shug, that was one of my questions. How do you come up with your content creation?
I sit back and wait for it.
Okay.
I sit back and wait for it. For real, man. I just be waiting.
Sean.
Some people, Sean, what up? Some people send me stuff, where what kills me the most when y'all gonna stop doing this to me. They'll send me a video, just send me a video. No timestamp, no nothing. Here go a 3-hour video, motherfucker. Look, here go a 4-hour video. Watch this. Like, what am I looking for? But yeah, some people send me stuff. They never send me stuff and say do this or do that. But they send me stuff that they think that I might find funny. Or I just be watching the live streams and I look for I like to relate to the audience. I know what to use to trigger thoughts, to trigger memories, to draw that feeling that we had, watching certain things, because when you watch movies and stuff now, it ain't the same as we watched them years ago.
Yes.
The feeling that we had when we watch certain things, it ain't the same now as we grew a lot older. I think that happened when we get in the mid 30s, early 40s maybe. You start to not feel the way you felt about things you watched. But I like to trigger them thoughts and feelings in people, man. When I make those edits. Yeah.
I don't even know any other people in the movies now. You know how we used to know the stars?
Yes.
And I mean, I knew them all, and you look forward to their movies. Kind of
Yes.
just like your favorite, YouTuber or whatever. But now shit is, I don't know none of those. I haven't looked at TV in a year.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody would have ever told me that I didn't look at the news every day, I would have really cussed them out, literally.
Right. And Toothless, it was a shift with me too. Once I started doing YouTube, I stopped watching
Mm-hmm.
TV.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, YouTube replaced my television time, and I didn't watch TV as much as I YouTube because just creating your TV takes a lot more time and work and dedication than it does to sit there and watch other people's creations. So I gave up TV too. Only thing I watch is sport. I don't know why I even pay for cable. All I watch is Sports Center when I do watch. I don't watch nothing.
Uncle Suge, does it take a lot to do the editing that you do?
Yes, heck yes. It does. It takes hours and hours and hours to make a 12-minute video, a 10-minute video, 8-minute video, 5-minute video. It could take 5 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 2 days, depending on how much you're going into it. To make certain cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does take a lot, believe it or not, but I enjoy it, so it don't seem like that much work. Somebody to just editing is something that you ain't gonna just learn and just do it, because it takes a lot of time. So you have to be patient with yourself, and you gotta enjoy what you doing. It got to be a purpose behind the creation, coming behind the edit. So I really enjoy it, but it can take a lot of time.
Okay, so that's why they really hate your stuff so much. I want to say hello to Heartbreak Kid. TY, I think I called your name already, but in the event I just read it and didn't. TY Ray, Kenya, The Craft, salute,
My
salute.
brother.
But yeah, so that editing, that's probably why you're so hated for the editing, because of the skill that you put in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes time, and when Kwame said he got his Final Cut book, he was gonna read it, he learned to edit. When I learned how to edit, and I could talk my shit, and I learned how to edit. I'm sitting there watching like, yeah, okay. And I hated to bring that up as an example. I'm trying to bring him up, but
you can bring up whatever example you want.
Yeah, that was a perfect one to use, because that was somebody who openly thought, you showing that you think it's that easy, and when it takes time and dedication to do this, and you're not gonna just read no fucking book and learn how to do this. That ain't about to happen.
I found for me that's true about a whole lot of shit. I can't just, I can't follow just trying to learn how to do, the little different things I'm learning on YouTube. Gotti has helped me more than anything that I could ever hope for, because it seems so cumbersome, because I don't like electronics and I don't like games and stuff like that. So when you don't like that kind of, and for me, if I don't like something, I'm pretty much not going to learn it. But because I wanted to do this, then I know I may not never have the beautiful studio like I'm at NBC or nothing like that, but I find that this works for me. And I was going to move to another area of the house and do all that. And my nephew told me, he said, but you're comfortable here. And I said, you damn right. Let me keep my ass right here.
If you want to do that, just try make your background. Just put your background up. Put a picture up. Do the green screen. Mm-hmm. Or now this shit's so cold now you don't even need a green screen. You can have a transparent background. Like you can put a background up right now without a green screen. They got this technology is so advanced now. You don't even need a green screen to put up some backdrops. So that's your background. And a lot of those studios is green screened anyway. I learned that in broadcasting school too. The weather report is a green screen. When you see that motherfucker say, hey, it's 38 over here. Down here it's 50. This is a green screen he pointing at. And it's like a projector. And that's what the fuck the weatherman doing. It's a big ass green screen in the studio. Yep.
Okay. Sean has a question for you. And you can answer the question if you like. And the question is, and I hope I get this person's name right. Ask Suge how he feel about Da Vinci Resolve.
Da Vinci Resolve is a beast. Da Vinci Resolve is a beast. That program is dope. If you get the paid version, it's much better than the free one. But the free one, you don't even need the paid one for the free. To rock that free version. But Da Vinci Resolve is an excellent editing program. I recommend that for people who using the PC.
I thought that was a damn person. I thought it was some shit going down, and that was a person, and they resolved the issue.
Right, Da Vinci, right.
Oh, that shit tickled me. Oh,
that was funny. I didn't even think about that. Because you said, I hope I get this person's name right. I mean, I'm thinking, shit, Shine, you said it right. Yeah, Da Vinci Resolve, y'all. Dope.
That is so damn funny.
Yes, it was. I didn't even think about it.
Uncle Sugar, are you going to try to make SkinnyCon in August?
What's going on?
He's having SkinnyCon, where he's having this big party for all of the YouTubers, you know, that and all of the subscribers.
Where at?
It's going to be in his hometown, Columbus, Ohio. I mean, North, I don't went to Ohio, South Carolina, and he's promoting it on Eventbrite.
I heard that a couple. I didn't know what the hell it was because I miss a lot of Skinny shows. He go live sometimes when I have some shit planned or when I'm doing some editing or something. But I have heard him mention that, but I don't know what exactly is going on. So it's like a party or whatever though in August. That might be a good
August
idea.
the 27th. August the 27th. I was thinking about going. Then I got to thinking about my goddamn condition. I said, if I don't keep my old ass at home, if anything jump off, I ain't talking about bad. I'm talking about even good. I couldn't do a goddamn thing but sit there and look crazy, and whatever happened. So I decided that I am not going to go, but I would get a ticket for somebody that wanted to go. But I'm not going. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy it. You know, I be wanting to go outside and shit. I don't never leave my bedroom, so I know I ain't gonna make it to SkinnyCon to no party. But it damn sure sounds like it's gonna be the shit.
Yeah, man. I remember we was doing right before that damn Corona shut everything down. We was doing a meet and greet in Vegas. And
that was beautiful.
That was salty, man. That shit went sour the way it was. Yeah, we had a meet and greet scheduled for Vegas. Yeah, we was on board. There was like 20 of us ready to go. You know, this is right before the Corona hit.
Oh, and y'all didn't get to go.
Shut the world down and everything. Yeah, we didn't get to do it. They did all that shutting everything down. Yeah, so yeah, that would be a good idea though. I gotta see what's going on. South Carolina is where is that?
All I know is down south.
Right, yeah, I gotta see. Yeah, I gotta see what's going on. That's a good idea. I always suggested meet.
This is not telling me this is TY, so I'm not going to let them up.
Yep. What did it say? It's that account?
It says edit name, edit mic settings, kick from studio, or ban from studio.
And it say it's supposed to be TY to yeah, see that's probably a troll account with his name.
Okay, well let me just damn, do I want to kick him
from the studio? Don't he? If he back there, tell him to just wave real quick before he come up.
Oh, that's him.
Okay.
That's TY. Okay, TY, you damn near finna get kicked out the damn studio. Your ass, I was finna be the kicker for the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't know much about football, but we got a kind of good damn kicker.
Hey, I gotta give me a cookie, y'all. Hold on.
That's because I was using my Apple phone. I never went StreamYard from my Apple phone. Yeah.
Well, you know,
so, hey,
I'm
how's
just
everybody
learning
doing
some
today?
shit. I'm doing fine. What about yourself? And them
You
beautiful
know,
daughters of yours.
great. You know, Queen Regina doxed me on ears tonight.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she doxed me. She doxed me on ears. It was her ears and Kwame Brown up on the panel, and so she doxed me. And he thought it was all fun and games. He had fun with it. So that's why I say, Suge, you ready to fly a drone over Atlanta?
Say that again. I just got back.
Queen Regina doxed me today over on ears today. So I said, you ready to fly a drone over Atlanta?
Oh,
You hear me?
drone?
Yeah, I said, you ready to fly one?
$200?
I know. That's what I said. Get ready, man. We want to fly a drone over Atlanta.
$200. We got it.
Yeah. She was over there doxing my past record and everything over there on ears, mixing the story all up, creating a narrative and junk, like the stuff she been doing for the last couple of weeks.
Oh, man, you serious? Hold up, man. You for real?
Yeah.
Oh, man. See, what the hell's
going on? Man, hey, you know how it is over at Kangaroo Court, man. They just being messy over there. That's all, and just making up stuff. So yeah, I had to deal with that today. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, it would have been an amazing Sunday.
So was it you supposed to be on trial? So that's why she was.
No. The suit was up there. So you know what I'm saying? My name came out a couple of times because he dropped the link for Carlo V, and I was like, I was in the chat. So she was like, no, Chinring can't take the link. And then, my name came up, and he talked about me for a good hour. And he came back up there and said some of his phone broke up. So next thing you know, she's like, oh, yeah, he did this and that. And she went to go pull up my record, my background that she'd been sitting on and started, telling it, to him. And he's like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. So she started going down through my trial, my charges, and all this other stuff. Yeah, she was in full docs mode. Yep.
She went through your trial, so she bought the transcript?
No, not the transcript, but the charges, where she didn't even get everything correct. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get everything correct, but she stated that I got a 4-year criminal justice degree, and she got a 2, but I couldn't do my criminal justice degree because of my criminal record, and I can't get a job. Just messing up the truth, like she does. But yeah, she put out what I was charged with. Different things. It was just crazy, man. Just her being messy. You know what I'm saying? But he was up there getting his shits and giggles off of it. I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we know they do that. And you've already said you had a record. So anybody got a record, it's public knowledge. So if anybody wants to look, they could have looked. So that doesn't diminish who you are as the man today. And so fuck that and keep moving. I can hear, and I know it's you, so I can't tell you not to feel what you're feeling, because that's a terrible feeling. If anybody just disparage your name, but
no,
don't
I already
let
said
that. Put you down.
This is her 3rd time doxing that information. The first 2 times she did it with nobody hearing her. So now she got a bigger platform to try to do it again. And like I said, I don't care as long as it don't affect my daughters. You know what I'm saying? The moment it comes affecting my kids, then we're gonna have a problem. And I'll be done with YouTube, because then it won't have nothing to do with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really tripping about it, but it's just, it's the 3rd time her doing it. But you know what I'm saying? The thing is, they can't talk about the length we go to when they doing the stuff they doing over there and keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel no way about it. I got my own platform, so I don't feel a way about it at all. I'm just gonna stay roasting this chick every day. And when people be like, "Oh, he attacking the female," I don't want to hear about that, because nobody's stopping her from doing what she doing.
Yeah, man, that's very unfortunate, man. I don't know what's going on with that woman, but all I do is I don't know what's wrong with them people, man. Them people crazy. Like, she over there talking about the issues she got, but she fucking with people's criminal records and stuff, man. Like, that throws everything out the window, man. Like, so I just, hopefully the women stop and just start creating content. It's a lot of other stuff they could be doing on this platform, man.
But see, that's what I'm saying. The thing she do
mixed with for on behalf of another man. Like it's men having men issues, and you know, like if you, I understand having a legitimate argument to make, or going back and forth, but some of the stuff is just going crazy. And you was just complaining about. Think about this, y'all. If you taking somebody to court for some YouTube stuff that you saying you being bullied and harassed, whatever, why would you look up somebody's criminal record? Like that don't make sense. Like
Yeah,
that's
they just
not
say
gonna
you
be
triggered.
right, exactly. It don't make no sense, man. It don't
Yeah.
make no sense. Like I noticed something with her a while ago. She got some issues with men. Like it is rooted somewhere, like something in the past. I don't know. It could be a relationship, or I mean, like a intimate relationship. Something happened with a male, or it could be family member, like father figure or something like. But she got some issue with men that make her, you know, so vicious like this, man. I don't get it. Because I remember she
Not,
was on my
not
panel.
getting enough
She
attention.
didn't even want to talk. Like she got real defensive and didn't even want to talk to me. She wanted me to bring a woman up to ask questions. Like it was
Yeah,
just, it was crazy.
yeah, but then that was a prime example of that fake triggerness. You know what I'm saying? So you see how she act on your panel, but you see how she acting now. Now she want to roast people. She want to talk about everybody that you soon say their name. She want to go in on them. She trying to go off on other content creators. She making videos, but you're not a content creator. But you got 172 videos. Like you know.
I didn't say nothing to trigger her or offend her, but that's just the route she took for me, and it seemed like it was just a tactic to shut down. But and also could have been she got an issue with men. So I may not be right about that, but
Oh shoot, she got issue with women too.
that's what I'm saying. I could be wrong. It could just be issues, period, like that they just want to get in these type of engagement with people. But it definitely throws the PTSD stuff out the window because you know what to avoid.
She said disrespect triggers her, but it's really selective PTSD.
Right.
PTSD
Facts.
doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what to avoid so you don't be involved in this disrespect. And looking up somebody's record and going on a panel talking about it can definitely get you be disrespected. So
And then also, like, you take somebody to court 3 times, you take another person to
Thank you,
court.
Slow.
lose.
So why would you keep taking people to court? For what reason?
Lose.
You know what I'm saying? Don't watch, don't bother them, and then you ain't got to worry about that individual. But
weird, man.
But yeah, Suge, we definitely gonna be linking up in the future. We definitely gonna be linking up. And
Well, all I can tell you is just keep doing what you're doing, but I think if people really want to stop people, they could really stop them. It's just the way that you do it. And you got to really do it. I don't believe in a lot of talking. And you done heard I can't fight. So I believe in writing.
Oh.
Yeah, the pen is mightier than the sword on every occasion. It works if you work it. And if you know who to work it with, it can stop. Like you say, you can't stop people from coming in trying to troll you. Now, I learned that word. I didn't even know that word. Let me just say salute to Solomon Harris. And I ain't no need of me lying, Polanco. I can't get that first name right, so I ain't going to even try. I hate when people fuck up my name. Someone, Minister Jap Network. They're hearing their name too much when you gon' come troll Chicago. Let's see if it's a joke. They just said something. They ain't heard their name not now damn time in here. So that's bullshit. So welcome, Minister Jap. Welcome. But yeah, this ain't the place for that.
Man, what's wrong with this dude, man?
But that sound good what you said.
Man, these people crazy. That nigga ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, like you said, though, you can't stop people from the trolling and stuff like that, but you don't have to respond, and when you taught me that, and it's certain things you must need respond on.
That's right.
But it's the manner in which you respond. And what most people can't take the manner that you respond, where see, your sword is mightier than the word because you give them their words. You take videos and give them their words. And it never ceased to amaze me how people can say shit to you. And if you say the exact thing back to them that they said to you, they'll swear, I didn't say that. Damn, you just said that.
Said that.
I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth. No, I just said what you just said. The mirror. Michael Jackson told us where to start. In the damn mirror.
I love it. I love that song.
But we don't want to start with ourselves. We always want to start with somebody else. And I'm going to tell you, anybody know me know this. And if they don't, you will tonight. I talk about everybody I know, good, bad, or indifferent. So all these motherfuckers talking about, I don't talk about it. No, they telling a lie. It could be good. It could be bad. It could be indifferent.
There you go.
But you're going to say something about somebody. It would be good to try to make it good, but some shit you got to say about people ain't good. And then, my mama didn't never tell me if you ain't got nothing good to say about nobody. My mama ain't never told me no shit like that.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing at all. No, my mama didn't teach me that one. And I wasn't one of those people. I heard people talking. Y'all remember the time when your parents had company, you had to leave? I ain't never had to leave no damn room.
I used to sit right there with my mama.
I'll be right there with my mama. Yeah. That's how I know the damn family history. And everybody come to me, one of the youngest people in the family, for the family history. Yeah, my mama ain't never told me to leave no damn room because she wasn't talking about shit I couldn't hear. To me, when I hear shit like that, that means some shit going on in your house.
Yeah.
Didn't go on in mine.
My mama was having card games. All nighters.
They played gin rummy, 500 gin rummy.
I sat on my mama's lap and learned them games too. 9, 10 years old. So it wasn't none of that.
We did the same thing.
Yeah.
That's how we grew up.
Yeah.
And it was my cousins and my aunties that would come over and they play 500 gin rummy. They play bid whist. And then some of my people, they played tunk.
I got a tunk and poker family. Tunk, poker, and blackjack. That's what they did. Tunk, poker, and blackjack. Card games. They had the little brown paper bag under the table. My mom used to have a bag right there. Keep the money, the cuts, and the annies, and all this stuff.
We didn't get none of that. My cousin and them had those kind of games.
Yes.
But my mom and them, they were just the kind to sit around and drink coffee and talked about their husbands and shit, wasn't shit.
Right.
And they played gin rummy and bid whist. But I have some cousins that played for real though. And they, boy, when they have a good cut, everybody had a good night.
Yes.
Because most people like that are giving people.
Yep.
They're really giving people.
Yeah, some people wanted to be cut buddies with somebody if me and you was cut buddies, every time you win a pot, you gave me a little small portion of it. Every time I win, I give you something.
Oh, okay.
So they had cut buddies, man. I and that's how I learned poker, tunk, and blackjack. No lie. 8, 9, 10 years old. By 12, 13, I was playing. Because they'll have all night poker games or whatever they was playing, and the next morning I wake up, it still be a couple people playing, and I'll join the games. And to this day, my sisters and them still get together. They play poker. They mainly play poker. Every now and then they'll play tunk.
Oh, okay. My brother know how to play poker.
Yes, I love poker. And when Texas Hold'em, that made poker a lot more popular. But I knew how to play poker years ago, like 8, 9 years old. I learned how to play, the original 5-card stud, and then they had these wild card games, where they say stuff like low red up and down with the jack. It's a whole there's 7-card poker games that they play. There's so many different forms that I learned, but the strategies, I learned poker before chess. And checkers and shit like that. I learned card. That was some of the first games I learned, besides hopscotch.
You learned how to play hopscotch?
Yep.
We used to play hopscotch
I was good at it too, David.
Salutes. We got some people in. Some want to do a little trolling, and some want to.
Yeah, they coming from my community, probably.
Yeah, that's all right. They can come. We know we gonna. I just hit some damn body. I don't even know who it was. I wasn't trying to. Whoever got hit, I did it. If somebody know how to unhide them, unhide them. I wasn't trying to hide them. Salute, tell me. I'm just trying to stroll up with my hand to see Lenny Jones. Salute. You know that's one of them. I'm just trying to stroll up to get down to the people. But yeah, you know, people just, you know, people. But we're going to continue to just, you know, be appreciative of what you've done for us and what you've shown us. And what you've shown me is nothing but what I would like to see from a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And that is family oriented, know how to do your shit without getting all out the box, but you take your digs and your jabs and you keep on moving.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that, you know. I think that that's integral. You know, people don't understand, even the mafia have rules.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
if you
right.
don't operate within those rules, your ass cease to exist.
That's right.
So, you know, I don't know why people don't understand rules to adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all adults.
Yes.
And, they treat each other like, you know, how they claim massa treat us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're fine. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to see you. If I did something for me, he won $100 on Mr. Skinny giveaway, and he actually won more than that, and he picked 3 of us, and I was one of the recipients. So, you know, it has to mean something to communicate with people in these chats. You know, that have to mean something. Thank you, Bumper. Bumper said, great interview. We all pleased with Uncle Suge.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And notice, nobody ever say I'm a bad friend. I ain't flip-flopped on nobody. All my main mind's been my mind since I've been on YouTube. I'm not a bad friend. I don't fuck people over. I don't double cross nobody. None of that. Like I am a good friend to have.
Well, they can't tell the truth. You know, it's the same with me. You know, but this person, you know, making the disrespectful and the negative comments is, you know, just a little nerve-wracking. I remember a time, I don't talk about other people, children and shit like that on here. I can tell you about my child. I have one son, beautiful son, 41 years old, love him to life. He loved me equally as well. And my second husband was a drug addict. I've told this story before. He was a drug addict, and crack cocaine, heroin, you name it. Hell, we couldn't even keep no motherfucking me. Bears, aspirins, baby cough syrup. I didn't know all of this because I'm not hip to the dope game. You know, I just know, you know, when people wake up drinking and shit and you're young, you think, oh, hell, they just like to drink. You don't think, oh, they're alcoholic or they have a drinking problem. Right. But, you know, I wasn't young when this shit happened. I just wasn't into drugs or nothing like that. So I didn't really know, but I found out. But when I took him back in 2010 or 2012, and, you know, my son is grown now, and he asked me, you don't trust me? I said, oh, yeah, I do. And I have C240. I had one. My brother has it now. He purchased it, so it's his. I have C240 Mercedes-Benz. And so he said, you don't trust me. So I let him take me to work one day. I had to work downtown, and he was supposed to come pick me up, and he didn't come pick me up. And I said, damn, I'm stuck downtown. So here I am, stuck downtown. Well, my cousin worked downtown, and so I asked my cousin to give me a ride. My cousin gave me a ride home. And when he brought my car back, he had stolen my navigation system and some other things out of the car. And so when I told my son about it, he told me I had to make a choice. I had to either, quit fucking with him, my ex-husband, or he was going to quit fucking with me. And I said, damn, I know people that be giving their kids. I don't know them personally, but I know stories of people that be giving their kids to the dope man, and they don't quit fucking with their mama and shit. And he gonna quit talking to me just for staying with a nigga. I told him I really hate that, I really do. But I'm his mother, and I don't tell him who to sleep with, and he can't tell me. So as much as it hurts me, I'm gonna have to let him have it his way. And you better believe he goddamn sure had it his way. He quit talking to my ass for a year. He would come to our home. My brother and sister and I live together. Go see my brother and my sister and never come back here and say nothing to me. But I could not do nothing but commend him and love him even more. The reason being, I taught him to be the man that he is. I taught him not to tolerate dumb shit and bullshit and all other shit. So I couldn't get angry at him because he was being the man that I wanted him to be. It hurt me, but I gave him that. And he gave it back to me. And when he came to his senses, because I told him this one thing, no matter what happened, and if I should die and we never see each other again, no, I love you, and I'll never change my beneficiary on my insurance policies. They all belong to you. And that's the way that is. So whatever happens, happens. I told him, but I'll be just like the prodigal son father. I'll be right here with my arms open whenever you decide you can deal with me again. That was a painful time in our lives. Very painful, but it was real. And he came back to his senses. Right. And he said he realized that I'm probably going to take care of that nigga shit until he die. And that's my business. And he loved his mother. And I told him I'm proud of him. I'm happy. And I'm not angry. And that's not a moment in time that we sit down trying to figure out what the hell you do that to me for. So, people say some of the ugliest things, right, wanting to hurt you. But when you live your own truth, fuck you. It ain't that you can say that can hurt me. Nothing. Now, I have feelings, so I might feel the pain of what you said, but baby, you can't shame this big girl. I'm one of them big girls that some people laugh and talk about. My arms look like goddamn cottage cheese, but I'm a worm out. Fuck you. You don't like my arms? Don't look at them. I am me, and I'm very comfortable being me. I know some of the most beautiful women in the world want to die because of their beauty.
Shit, some of them done already killed themselves.
See? So, I think I'm the most beautiful girl in the world, and I swear I done seen something prettier. But I think I'm the most beautiful goddamn girl in the world. I ain't got now motherfucking teeth in my mouth, but a man told me on the elevator, you have such a beautiful smile. I had 2 teeth in my head when that man told me that.
That's right.
I said, I don't even have no teeth. He said, but you got a smile. And it's sunshine. Yes. How you doing, sunshine? You think a motherfucker can tell me something about me?
That's right.
And my child? Nah. So all them little digs y'all throwing and shit, y'all can let that shit go. You among some motherfuckers that don't feel shame. We were given shame and guilt for 2 reasons. Shame is to stop you from doing what you're doing, and guilt is to cause you not to do it again. I don't live in neither one of them goddamn places. It don't mean I don't feel them. I just don't live there. I don't have no regrets. It's some shit I wished I wouldn't have done, but I don't have no regrets in this life. It is what it is. And truth has no versions.
Awesome.
So, Uncle Sugar, let me see. I might be down to my last question. You've given me 3 beautiful hours that I was not anticipating. Do you think that you can come back again, possibly, and show us some things like working this thing on the computer?
Anytime you need me, I'm at your call. Anytime. It ain't even no question about it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm always here for you, always.
And the same here. Because one thing that I know that I love about you too, and I told you, you're a family man with your parents. And what happened to you, it really hurt me to my heart, to my core. Because my mom and dad are gone. Mm-hmm. They've been gone a while. And my mom was the type of mom, everybody wanted to hang out at our house. But my mom to me was mean as hell. But everybody loved her. You know, she had all these rules and restrictions for us, but seemed like she tolerated shit from other people that she didn't tolerate from us. And I know that feeling now because that's the way I am with my son. If some people can do some shit, but my son can't do it. And I told him if he ran away, I'd hunt his ass down like I was a goddamn bloodhound.
Right.
He couldn't even run away from home. I'd find him and bring him back until he's ready to go. You know, we kick our kids out, shit talking about when they're 18. We ain't taught them a goddamn thing, but you just got to get out there and make it. No, I didn't play like that. We did a little planning and shit, a little better, and he's a much better budgeter than I. But, you know, we just do the best we can, and that's all we can do. But your parents been married longer than most of these people in the chat has been married, has been born. And then for them to be disrespected in the manner in which they were was just heartbreaking to me.
For no reason.
It was just I don't see why it wasn't more outrage, you know, and damn how people feel about you personally. It's one thing if we attack each other here on YouTube, which I'm not gonna find myself attacking nobody, but I will defend me and talk about their ass if need be. But they're not even worth talking about for me. But I will defend myself. But attacking people, and especially their parents, when mostly all of us don't have parents, some of us are lucky to still have our parents. And we should be honorable and respectful of that. We claim we love what? Black Lives Matter.
Exactly.
Well, it's bullshit. And I say Asiatic lives matter, and we should do everything to protect and preserve life. But for some reason, these people seem to like destroying and putting down people. And you can make a joke without putting anybody down. You know, you can make a joke and laugh without tearing people apart. You know, I don't get it, but it's not for me to get.
Yeah, and you know, my mom was like so many similarities. I'm telling you, because my mother was the same. You know, my mother got a hell of a mean streak, like for real. Like, but that was the place. Everybody wanted to come to our house.
Yeah,
you know, we had a 3-story home with a finished basement, 4 bedrooms. You know, everybody wanted to come over our house. So, and everybody did. You know, it was the place. They always had some parties. You know, I remember cars being bought on birthdays for my mother to match the house. You know, it was just a lot of stuff, man. My father, you know, made possible. And for somebody to do that to parents like that, man, my parents are so loving to this day. She feeds so many people in her building because people is alone. You know what I'm saying? My mother and them been in that building for I think 20 some years now, maybe 21, 22 years, because they moved to help my mother's mother. And when she passed, they just stayed there.
Okay.
So it's like that building is for elderly, you know, and disabled. But I always talk to my mother and father, like, Mom, how many couples been in this building? And they always say it was just one other couple.
Out of all the buildings.
Out of all them years they've been there, they've been the only couple, and there was only one other couple in there at the time. And so my mother and father do so much for people in that building. You know, so many plates be cooked and fixed and prepared for people. And it's just
that's awesome. That is awesome. Do you know how many people that don't? If I didn't have my sister that was willing to take care of me, my nephew that'll do, you know, anything I ask him to do, he go to the store, you know, for me and run my little errands. If we didn't have loved ones to take care of us, and I'd have never thought I'd have been in this condition at the age of 63, but then I didn't know I was born with a 3rd-degree heart block either. So you never know what the future holds for you and how it's going to be. You know, when I found out my condition, and especially when I found out about the congestive heart failure and not being able to get around much, you know, I said, if I'd have known what I knew when I was younger, I'd have lived my life like a hoe. Ain't no way in the hell I'd have been upstanding and upright as I was. I wouldn't have been committing no crimes or nothing, but I would have lived more of a partying life. I wasn't really a partier or nothing like that. I didn't, do a lot of clubbing and shit like that. But damn, I didn't do none of that, and I'm stricken. And then you see people doing everything under the sun. That's why you can't measure yourself against nobody but yourself, because you don't know what makes people tick and what makes people do what they do. All you know is you, and you have to be happy with you. But I swear I would have lived it a little different. I'd have had me a couple of more one night stands. I know that. But it is what it is, and you be happy with where you are. And that's where I am today. I'm just happy to be here. Yeah, Monique, I'm not lying. I lived it like that there. I'd have did it a whole lot different. Salute, Lazy Bone. I wouldn't have, probably committed no crimes and shit. Then, you never know. But all I do know is I would have just lived it a little different. I was very reserved and preserved and all that other good shit. And I would have loved to have been married really until I died. The first time I married for that reason. And so the second, but it didn't happen. So I'm content with who I am and where I am. But yeah, I really would have just did things a little bit different,
I feel that way about it a little bit too. Like if I'm envious or jealous of anybody, it'll be my father. And I feel like I let him down, not living up to the name that he gave me, because he's been married 59 years. You know what I'm saying? With 6 children in a time back in the day where it was hard than a motherfucker.
Yes, it was.
So many more opportunities available for me now where I should have established more than what he had, but of course I'm happy with who I am and where I'm at, and I also think that's what keeping my parents alive. Like, shit, man, I be telling my mother, man, my father feed cats, go to stores for them people, go to the bank, goddamn TVs stuff, help people with TV. Like he do so. My mother and father do a lot for them people. Like,
and that's their purpose in life. And then the good thing is they're doing it together.
Absolutely.
They are the examples for everybody around them, and I bet you everybody around them look out for them too. They keep an eye on the bookers. A lot of us talk that talk shoes, but don't many of them live them. Like your parents. I have cousins been married for 60 years, and longer.
Right.
But it's a beautiful thing to be able to say that that's my mom and daddy.
Right.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, and I'm awfully proud of mine. But like I said, my mom been dead 29 years, and my dad's been dead not so long. I can't even count the years. It was 2008. So me and math are not good friends, so I can't put the numbers together. Yeah, so he's been dead that long, but it's just a beautiful thing, and to have that happen, nobody could imagine. I can only imagine what that feels like, and it has to be terrible. And Maria said that's rare. It is rare, especially to see our people, because we do see people married that's been married that long. You go to the store, you see Hispanic couples and European couples, and they're everywhere. But to see our people, Asiatics that are couples and act like they want to be together, because there's some of them couples, but you don't even know how they got together, let alone stayed together.
Yeah, my family is very traditional. Both sides, mother and father. They parents, it was the same. My mother and father was married for a bunch of years with 10 children. My mother's mother and father was married for a bunch of years with 10 children.
Okay.
The first 3 siblings, my 3 sisters, they married, they high school dudes, and all that baby daddy stuff didn't happen till like the 90s, baby, and me, of course, and also my other 2 siblings, because they wasn't married, but and they weren't as it wasn't as strict as my first three sisters because they went to all girls schools, private school. We all went to private schools. You know, it's another thing. My father, I love my dad so much. You know what I'm saying? He provided and did so much for us. Like he did not want us to go to regular public schools. We all went to private schools. My sisters was all girls until high school. You know, and yeah, we I got a real traditional family though. Like
you had a beautiful life.
Yep, and it's just a lot of, you know, that's why everybody's so close with each other. It's always a family gathering, like somebody's house, somebody doing something, you know.
We used to do that.
Yeah. So real family oriented. So
well, you could tell it, you know, family is everything. And a lot of people don't know that's what keep you from doing a lot of stupid stuff that you see people doing is because, as I think it was Deborah said earlier, no, it was Monique who said that her father always taught her that she was a reflection of him. And rest in peace to Mr. OG Sonny Hill.
Yes.
And I feel that, you know, my daddy taught us a lot of things, you know, about niggas. And, you know, he was that nigga, but he was there and he taught us and he gave us everything that he had to give. And so we were truly blessed to have his knowledge and wisdom and that he shared it with us and not with us, with everybody, you know, the kids that didn't have fathers or whatever. He was that type of dad, you know. Mm-hmm. So it may not have been, you know, the Cleaver story, but it was a damn show beautiful story. You know, we all have our own issues, but a lot of the issues are ours. They don't even belong to other people. You know, it'd be us individually, and we make it about other people. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So I'm just honored that, and I'm very happy that they had you. You are truly, to me, the epitome of a young Asiatic male. And we know that if given an opportunity, you probably could do a few things different, good or bad. But you've done what we all done, and that's our best. You know, and I think if we just look at each other as real people and not all this impressive shit and trying to be something that we're not, and quit putting yourself in shit you're not in, trying to make yourself be a part of some shit. And when you become a part of it, now you're the victim of the shit. Shit is what it is, you know, and you make the decision how the shit gonna affect you or how you gonna affect it. But I'm happy that you were here. I don't want to talk you to death. I've run out of my questions for you. Is there anything you want to share with people before we say our goodbyes?
I can't even think of that right now. You know, it's, they this was this great interview, and I'm open to any more. If there's any more questions before we catch the cut, y'all can shoot them at me real quick. But I can't think of nothing else that you know, I might want to share. You know, y'all know I got love for y'all, and you know, we'll be back soon.
Well, I look here. You could be like QR, and we can sing in unison. Hit the cash, yeah. You know that's what you've been doing. Like,
oh, really?
Hit the cash, yeah. Hit the cash. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, I ain't hip to that.
I think they call themselves making fun of Mr. Skinny, but Mr. Skinny should work for him like clockwork, and it's good. Right. And I like the way it works. You know, what works for you work. It may not work for nobody else. Mm-hmm. You know, I just like it when people feel compelled to do what they want to do, because people are going to do what they want to do anyway. So I think that's beautiful. But yeah, she do that. She does it all the time on this little show they own. That's what they do. Hit the cash, yeah. Hit the cash, yeah. And that's the way she said, you know. So that kind of knocks all that PTSD stuff out the water. It's selective, you know. It's selective. And she was on there the other night, and she was talking to this woman, and it was so funny. You know, I started ghost watching people like people ghost watch me. I didn't know what no fucking ghost watch was, because I normally don't look at these people and stuff. And so I was looking, and this lady was on there. The lady name was Strawberry Shortcake, and she was talking to the lady. And then all of a sudden, she asked the lady, did she have her teeth in her mouth? And the lady said no. Now I don't know if the lady was playing or what, but anyway, she talked about I'm a nurse and I can hear through the phone. You're talking through them gums. Yeah, all that wind coming through. Blah, blah, blah. She said, you're talking through those gums. You know, I can't talk to nobody that's talking with no teeth in their mouth. You need to put your teeth in their mouth. So the lady, she told the lady to take her nose and stick it up her ass. And the lady said, you know, I could never be disrespectful like you, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get off. And so when the lady got off and she started talking about the lady, yeah, I could hear all that. He talking about, you could hear the She talking about, yeah, I'm a nurse. And they put her head up to her ear. She got an ear for toothless motherfucker, she said. So then she goes on to tell that lady, yeah, when you're talking to me, put your teeth in your mouth. Toothless tiger. I said, oh, God damn, now the woman toothless tiger. That woman know that. I could do nothing but laugh. You know, who could get mad at that shit? Your situation is way different than mine. Mine is funny in the motherfucker to me. And if you do, Uncle Sugar, we damn show coming. So I'll be looking for something to look at tonight, because you know, if you're not on really and Mrs. Skinny ain't on, it ain't too much really I want to see. I'll go look at Armando, and I started looking at Cookie, but you know, there just ain't much I want to see out there. But if I tell you that shit wasn't funny, then she talk about put your teeth in, Toothless Tiger. I'm like, God damn, that woman know that wasn't me. That shit was funny, the motherfucker. I said, you know, all I do, and then somebody made a suggestion, they said, and I didn't think it was funny, and it wasn't a suggestion that I even responded to. What would be epic? I think it was Kalani said that, to see me and Queen Regina sit down and talk. What do we have to talk about? We don't even know each other. I don't know anything we could talk about.
I'm gonna be honest. I understand whatever that person is saying. I understand where they're coming from, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I said the same thing to somebody in a private conversation, but then I immediately followed up with, I don't think it'll work, because QR she seems like she's unreasonable. She wouldn't be willing to have an open conversation about, you know, some of the like we was talking about the ethics and an adult, being an adult or whatever. Like, so I understand it, because you want to see some people exchange ideas and thoughts in a conversation, but I don't think it'd be productive.
But she's disingenuous, and she's being the way she is on purpose. You know, she's very intelligent.
Bingo.
You know, and I'm not saying that she's the smartest person living or nothing like that, but you know, the lady knows she was running for office, so we know she has knowledge.
Thank you.
But all of this shit is strategy, and I keep telling people, when these people doing what they're doing, they're only talking to their base, and they saw the money that Kwame was bringing in. So they're talking to the people that bought into their storyline, and that's all they want now is the money. So she's performing. She been so goddamn calling, because she good in the motherfucker. Yeah. When she go down in that southern, bro, and then when she started jumping up at the camera and coming back, I just think she's watched me a couple of times, and she's good. She's good in the motherfucker. You know, she's funny. Yes. But the stuff she's doing it because people are letting her do that, because she can be stopped. It's a pen and a paper. They're just not talking to the right people. You know, they playing games, you know, so you have to make a decision. Do you really want to stop this or not? Because it can be done. It doesn't take rocket science. You know, it's the same way when you have to fight the European. You got to fight within the system. You can't just be fighting 1 minute and then feeding them some shit the next. What they do with me is none of my business. They can put up whatever they want, you know. I just don't want none of the crazy people that follow them to bring harm to anybody that I love, because that's what your fear is. Like with your parents, the fear is that somebody crazy would show up at their door or something. You know, the cowards that did it are not going to do that. We know that. And what would even give you the gumption or the gall, unmitigated gall, to do that? you know, you had to really be in need of something or receive something actually really great for you to do something that dastardly, knowing that these senior citizens has done nothing to you and said nothing to you. It ought to be somewhere where you draw a line of demarcation and say, okay, I don't mind fucking with this nigga, but I'm not going there. But we can't make people have integrity and values. They can only talk about them. And they all talk about it very well, but they don't display it. And then they'll holler, this is YouTube. That other one that you did the video about the exercise, that was so funny. One night I went and ghost that person, and they said they owed me an apology. I said I was 63. They thought I was 83. And you know, my thing is, I hope you live to be 63, because a lot of people ain't gonna make it. Let's hope you're not one of them.
Hello,
because I'm trying to get to 60.
I'm telling you, yeah, I'm 40 fucking 7. Man, come, what you talking about? I might not make 63. Shit.
Yeah, you just
I don't
never
know why
know.
people be trying to shame age like that, man. And they my sister died at 36 from cancer. 36.
That's a young age.
Yes, left 3 young children behind. Like, man, shit, they can try to shame that age. That's you never know.
And we're a protected class of people, but who cares about that? They say this is YouTube. YouTube. And you know, that's the thing that they try to claim, protected class, women. Yeah, you know, that's all true. But you know, when you get in with the big dogs, you got to do what big dogs do. And if you can't do that, then you need to go to the next doggy point and hang with the little chihuahuas. But they know exactly what they're doing it, and they know what they're doing it for. And it's all about money. And so I don't ever want money to be that needed in my life or desired that I'm willing to do anything and compromise my values to do it and to get it. So with that being said, I see Carlo V. Hey, Carlo.
Salute.
So Uncle Suge, if you do go, I will be there to salute you on. You will be back, and so we'll get together and you know, come up with a date, and it'll probably be on a damn Tuesday when it's supposed to be a Sunday.
I got on that motherfucker and announced that shit today, y'all. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all.
I had just sent you the text. You sent me a text, and I sent you the text. I said, God damn, Suge don't read shit.
I don't know what I was thinking about. I was excited in the motherfucker, y'all. Shit, I gave a strong goddamn shout out to Toothless
Yeah, what
Tiger.
you said. I gotta go back and see it. You was happy. You was smiling. You said Toothless Tiger.
I forgot the day was all fucked up.
I said, God damn. He said, tonight I had some shit prepared for y'all ass, but that'll be another night. Yes. That'll give me another show, another day. Yes. But I am so happy that you were able to come. We want to send our healing vibrations out to Mr. Skinny. His baby boy, they said, had the ninja, as they call it. And so everybody, you know, in the family is taking precautions. So we just want to say that to him. And again, I thank Amando for and Papa Will for the information they shared on Cookies today. Cookie for having the show. And I thank everybody that come and support me in any way that you support. I don't worry about the cash app, but like I said, I damn sure want them whenever you give them. And I like the likes. I really like the likes because the likes, the comments, they really help us. They help it so that when I am monetized, then I can be in the algorithm and more people will see me. Because Uncle Suge, before we go, would you please just kind of explain to the people the algorithm, so when they hear all this other stuff, all the other stuff, you know, about they're the algorithm. My name is the algorithm. I'm the algorithm. Would you just kind of explain to me, because I don't really understand computer technology and terminology. Could you explain to me how that works, really?
Well, you just did a great job of explaining it about your likes and stuff, because that's one way to circulate it, because everybody who hit that like button, the other videos that they watch people that watch those videos will get recommendations from the videos they liked. And that's how it get. The algorithm is when you go to YouTube, and you just hit the home page and you scroll in the timeline, you know, your video will make it to this timeline of people's who watch similar videos as the other people.
Okay.
So it's like this chain of video circulations of people who watch similar videos with each other. YouTube try to keep those videos so people can it's their way of people finding people's channels versus y'all being able to click on each other's channels in the chat rooms and go to channel and subscribe. So they created ways they're trying to manipulate the way videos and shit circulate, which they doing a good job of it. You know, it's very smart, you know, of what they doing, but it still takes away from the instant ability for people to find videos and stuff. So it's like it ain't that somebody is when a lot of videos get watched by, I mean, when a person's videos get watched a lot, you know, that's a lot of people. So those all of them people ain't just watching this one person.
Okay.
So everybody else, you know, it's people who watch other people's videos, and you get recommendations from people who watch the same shit. Like everybody in this chat room. So when you see you might even get a damn alert from a video you not even subscribed to, you know, just from you watching somebody's channel before or clicking on it or something. And that's kind of how the algorithm works, you know what I'm saying? That's one way to explain it. And also it got something to do with the way you title your videos and tag your videos, because that's another way for people. It ain't just the people that watch the videos, it's when those titles is when people search a name or something, you know, that's probably why certain people say they name are the algorithm and stuff. It's just people might type in this person's name, and people with that tag in the video will be recommended.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It may not even be the video is about them. They just tag a person that they know somebody is looking for that name in the video.
Okay. Boss Cap says that he shares our videos and he hopes that it helps. Yeah, it does help, Boss Cap.
Always. Shares
it helps. I was trying to find the one where he said that. Hey, brown skin lady.
Brown skin lady.
You want to come up and ask Uncle Suge a question before we go? I'm going to put some respect on this Cash App.
I'm trying to anymore. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put some respect on my teeth and tummy and not eat no more of these motherfucking cookies. I ate 3 of these motherfuckers already, Toothless. And
okay, so now I'll see a video tomorrow. So when Uncle Suge said he's trying to put some respect on his teeth, are you going to be upset about that?
I doubt it.
No, that's the kind of shit I get. You know, I got a video like that once.
Right. Yeah.
It was funny. You know, I'm like, damn, people just make a video about anything.
Yeah.
Anything. I swear people do. And that's good. If it gets them views and get them likes, I'm very happy that, you know, mine is going the way it's going. I would love to have a gazillion people, but what could I do with a gazillion people? You know, it's best to have faithful people than to have a big old number and nobody's watching your shit. you got all these people.
Exactly. Let's add up.
Ain't nobody watching. You know,
add up.
I'd rather have the selected few, and then I love it when people go on playback and look at it again. And you know, and I look at my shit. People don't look at all these long ass hours, no way. You know, so you know, hopefully they get something out of whatever they get. But I'm just happy to be able to bring them what I have to give. Salute Sebastian, Rachel, And you know, always when you get ready to leave, people start coming in.
That's how it be all the time. Yep. It's like
All
they
the
know it.
time.
Yeah, but this shit is all good. If y'all got any questions, man, shoot them up.
Anybody have any questions? Brown skin lady, I dropped the link if you want to come up. If you don't, that's fine. I wish Miss Magi would come up. I just love that lady. She and Dr. Magi. I just love that couple. You know, I always have you to play that song, my favorite song by Connie Sung, Power Couple. I think that's, you know, I think that you should play that for your parents. I know that they're a little older, but the words, that the lyrics are so real, you know, even if they don't apply to you specifically, everything he's saying, but it's somewhere in there, one of them sentences.
Yes.
Apply, like, you know, you pay this, I pay that, you know,
it's just the power couple, period. You know,
yeah, it's
shout out
just
to that
awesome.
power couple. Yes.
Yeah, it's just awesome. It's awesome. So if nobody have any questions for Uncle Suge, we're going to get ready to close out. And remember, I do have merchandise, and I'll show it next time. But tonight, we're just going to say thanks everybody for coming. I'm going to play my outro, Uncle Suge, and you can listen to that voice on the outro, so you can hear if you ever decide you want somebody that's cold as ice and voice is as beautiful as Gotti's, then to narrate your book. Here it goes.
Awesome. Peace, everyone.
This video was made for education and entertainment purposes only. There's no malice or ill intent from the content creator. So please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great evening. Good night.